Neevesknives. I'm Jared. We are live, ladies and gentlemen, live on Neevesknives Live. And yes, you just saw a brand new Tucson. I actually got 4 brand new Tucsons. This is a brand new button lock model by Mazwan Mokhtar. So we're going to get into that here in just a second. And we'll show a couple of the other ones. I'm gonna hang back on them a little bit. I'll reveal them, but don't want you guys to skip my first impressions video coming up. And I know how you guys like to skip them if I show you in a live, but I'll show you guys a couple of them. We also have an unboxing here. I have not opened it yet. This is a gift from Todd. We're gonna check that out, and we got a lot of awesome subjects for today. At least hopefully they're awesome. But how's everybody doing? What is everybody carrying? I actually have I had this in my pocket most of the day. The hell's the name of it? The Rapids. The Kaiser Rapids. And we're gonna might as well just talk about it a little bit. So I know a lot of people are talking about how it's just a bag lighter. It's just a bag lighter. And it's got a lot of similarities to the bag lighter. Speaking of bag lighter, got a brand spanking new one. Hey, New York City. Wait, NYC EUC. Man, that's a tongue twister. NYC EUC. Thank you for the donation, man. Get it started. Nice. I love it. I love it. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Holy cow. Hey, starting it off early, ain't we? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. So I got a bag lighter too in carbon fiber that is going for the giveaway for the knife rights. So we got 3 knives here now for the giveaway, and I got something else that's really special for the knife rights giveaway. I got a whole there's a lot of them in here. These are Hanks from, let me just show you guys one of them. I think the name of this guy's company is the best. Issuing Stitches is the name. I'm pulling out. So they're really nice Hanks. Man, there's a ton of them. So Issuing Stitches is the company. Here's one. This one has like a microfiber on the inside. You can see his logo right there. Issuing Stitches. Got a Band-Aid. I'm probably going to keep the Band-Aids, I'll be honest. But man, there's like so many in here that are really cool. We got, check this one out. This one's got cameras on it. I think that's cameras. Yeah. Yeah, old school cameras. That's really cool. We got Star Wars ones. We got plaid ones. Like, there's so many in here. And these are going to go to the giveaway for knife rights. I don't know, maybe one can go in each giveaway or something like that. I'll probably give one away on Friday when we do he left a note in there. I'm going to read that in a minute. I haven't actually read that yet. But very awesome. So thank you to Issuing Stitches, and shout out to Issuing Stitches. We get over there and follow he's got an Instagram. Go follow his Instagram. Awesome dude. And man, really nice Hanks, really nice patterns. They're very well done. I'm not sure if he does custom orders or not, but you can check him out and ask him if he does like different sizes and things like that. Now back to the Rapids. We got a lot to get into, guys. So back to the Rapids. Now, I understand what people are saying about that. You know, it being, it's basically just a bag lighter. But you guys got to remember, this is not the same designer. This is a completely different designer. So this is, I don't know who the designer is. That logo. But, excuse me, the bag lighter is an Azo design. So completely different. Now, there's similarities, a lot of similarities, but there's also a lot of small differences too. So they're not completely the same, and they do feel very different in the hand because this one is a lot more contoured and rounded. And I really like the micarta on this one. Hey mom. Have you checked out the new? Okay, so I have the new Critical Mini white White Mountain Knives exclusive on the way. It should be here. Should have been here by now. But did you guys see the Button Lock XL beg lighter? The beg lighter XL button lock, White Mountain Knives exclusive in micarta. Looks fire. I would maybe we'll bring it up here in a minute. It's not going to be out till next year, but probably in like 3-4 months. So, but that's not that far along. It'll be 3-4 months here, right around the corner. So, but really awesome knife. I was carrying this one today. Right now, I got the 223 in the pocket though. Love this Tucson. It's one of my favorite Tucsons. I don't know if it's the favorite, but it's definitely one of them. I love this knife, man. Just such a fantastic user. Like, and not even just user, the action's great, the geometry's great, the ergos are great. It has all the things in it that you want in a good quality user. Now, the detent is a little late. It does have a ramp, but you do got to like hold it down and get past that detent. That's my one complaint. But other than that, clip works great. Everything works great. Man, this thing, it takes such a nasty sharp edge. A very easy blade shape to sharpen. Hey, John Evans. What's up, bud? Yeah, you beat me to that critical mini. I didn't have a chance because mine ain't even here yet, but he's already posted a picture of his on Instagram. There's a lot of new Kubies came out of Knife Global, and Kaiser has really nice thumbs. Yeah, well, I've gotten a bunch of the brand new Kubies. They are killing it. Their detents are so solid. They're very, very well built. I'm not sure yet, but one of the companies between or actually it would be Suncut, wouldn't it? No, Civivi, I guess maybe, but between Civivi, Kubi, Kaiser, and possibly one or two other companies, who is going to take the ultimate budget knife of the year? Everyday EDC, thank you. I tried to come up with something funny or dumb. I got nothing. Hey, man, I'm the one who wrote number 6 on a video that was supposed to be number 5. So I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain. Everybody reminded me. I felt so dumb because in my tags, I wrote number 5, but in the title and in the description, I wrote 6. I don't know how the hell that happened, but hey, I guess sometimes I got it. My dummy's got to come out of me. Don't worry about Jason Brown. It is not a reflection on you at all. Now, let's show these Tucsons really quick because, man, we got a lot of knife topics to get into. So, the button lock. We'll check that one out first. Mazwan Mokhtar design, M390 steel. This is the TS303, the Tucson TS303. I think Mazwan is one of their best designers. Now, possibly the best one. Now, I'm not saying that every single one of his designs are for me, but the majority of them, I would say 90% of them, I really like. Not even if they're not my style, the build quality and everything winds up winning me over. Like, I can quickly get one in hand and be like, holy cow, this thing is so well done. So now, like with some other designers, their designs might speak to me, but then when I get in hand, it's like, ooh, I don't like this one as much. But there are other like Night Morning designs. I love a lot of his designs. This one's a Jelly Jerry. I really like this one. I only like a couple of Jelly Jerrys from Tucson. Anyways, but I do like some of his from Kubi. Now, speaking about this one, it is a button lock and it is stupid smooth. I'm not sure if it's multi-row bearings or not. The thumb studs are like the same ones like the 301. Some of the best thumb studs ever. Now, I'm not going to show you guys too much because you guys won't watch the first impressions, but ergos, so good. I do have some lock stick. However, I'm not really worried about the lock stick because, and you guys got to hear me now because I know a lot of people will be like, ooh, lock stick. I think I want lock stick on this. Yeah, K Mason. Thank you. Yes, 23. We hit the 23K, but it took a while. We were going 19, 20, 21, 22, and then it was just like, oh, almost not to 23 yet. Man, it was like every day, it was like, dang, it's going slower and slower. But hey, we got here, and we're going to hopefully, we can pull a video out of our ass and hit. Man, I would have thought that huge unboxing with multiple parts would have just like done really good on the algorithm, but I guess not. I gotta figure something else out for the algorithm. Maybe make a couple purchases and see if I can't win the algorithm over again with some new knives. Now, this thing, button lock stick. It has stick. But the reason why I'm saying I don't think that's a big deal, and I'll probably talk about it a little bit better in the first impressions, because one of the biggest issues with button locks is they get blade rock. And what I mean by blade rock is when it's deployed, when you grab like the tip or just the blade period and you rock it back and forth going this way, towards your towards the handle, not side to side, you can feel them rock. Majority of them, especially ones that are not made by like ProTech. Now, some autos do really good with them, but when they're manuals, for some reason, man, they just have an issue with that. Sometimes you get them out of the box and they'll be solid, and then a day later they got rock. So I think having the stick, just means that lock is engaged strong. And that might possibly reassure me that it's not going, because right now, man, this thing is really solid. And I don't care about that lock stick because I want it to be super solid. Now, I'm not too worried about a button lock having a little bit of blade rock, but hey, nobody wants it. Is it that big of a deal? No, but and right, and it'll break in too. Like it's not that big of a deal. That'll break in probably pretty quickly, to be honest. It's not like it's nothing like, say, a lock bar that has lock stick, because a lock bar that has lock stick, it's continuing to rub. This is more of a plunge that's fitting into a space rather than wedging itself farther and farther. The spring technically wedges itself farther and farther, but it would break in a little differently than a lock bar. Now, next one is another Mazwan design. I got 3 or 4. I think they might all be Mazwans. I'm not sure. I like Mazwan's designs. However, it doesn't mean I like them all, and I'm not going to say anything negative. Well, maybe I will. But this one's a Mazwan, and this other new designer. Where did I see this designer at? I don't know if it was on another Tucson, but it's him and somebody else. Maybe somebody can say who this other designer is. Come on, focus. Focus, you bastard. All right, well, it's not going to focus, but it's like it looks like a pumpkin face with like something going over its head. But anyways, I don't know who that designer is. There she is. So I don't know who that other designer is. But it has the frag pattern. Very deep frag pattern, very similar to the Integral 195. I know this is live, ladies and gentlemen, so it's not going to come up very well, but it is a beautiful frag pattern on both sides. Now, the flipping action, really good. And it has a very strong detent. It is a smaller knife. I didn't think this was going to be as small as it is. It's actually you can get a 4-finger grip, but you have this little space right there where you can get up really close. It is more of a smaller knife. What do I have right here that's a little smaller that I can reference it to? I don't know how many people know the 3-inch hinder, but it's literally this. It's probably might be yeah, it's a 3-inch blade because it's the same length as the XM18 3-inch. But very snappy. The frag feels nice and cool in the hand, nice and grippy. The shape, we'll see how it goes. I don't know how much I like this shape yet, but we'll see. We'll see. Cool knife though, and cool blade shape. Seems like it'll be a pretty useful blade shape. I like that I can use this little spot right there, even though it is really close to the blade. You guys will get a close-up of it in the first impressions. Now, here's another one. Now, this one is another Mazwan Mokhtar design. We got little squares of carbon fiber on both sides. It's basically an inlay on the inside, and then it's got holes. Now, one thing that I think is really cool about this one is he put the cutout. Hey, Mike Emler. Green screen showed up. Gonna learn how to do. Wait, gonna learn how to do tomorrow. Gonna learn how to do it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not much for green screens, but I don't know. Maybe I should be though. Thank you for the donation, brother. The carbon fiber on this is from the inside, and then it's got these cutouts. So, but they are to the surface, and then it's got milling. Nice, pretty nice milling, pretty deep. And I kind of like the blade shape, even though it sweeps up right here, because the nose goes back down. It'll be very easy for utility cuts. So it's going to work very similar to like, kind of like the Griptilian sheep foot blade shape. Now it has the reverse flicking hole and a flipper tab. We'll talk more about that flipper tab in the first impressions, but good flipping action. And we'll talk a little bit more about the hole. We'll talk more about everything. Very slicey, this one. Now, the next one. Possibly my favorite one, which is kind of surprising. Hey, Jack Lungs. Got the Hadros delivered today. No problem, bud. Man, it got there pretty quick. That's awesome. He won that on, what was that? Bees Blades? Was that who that? Yeah, it was on Bees Blades. But yeah, Mazwan Mokhtar design. This one is an M398. Ooh, my first time getting M398. All of them are an M38 or M398 for this one. This is very comfortable in the hand. Very, very smooth. Ooh, that was my fault. Now, possibly my favorite one, which this might be surprising because it's a hollow ground, dual ground frame or Tonto. Look at that thing. I do not know who the designer is though, because I can't wait. There's the designer. No. Oh, it's a Mazwan Mokhtar. Okay, they're all Mazwan Mokhtar designs. I should have known from the clip. This one feels extremely well done. The hole is placed in a perfect spot. The detent is super well tuned. The lot, man, I should just shut up right now because you guys aren't going to watch the first impressions. We have a hollow ground. Yeah, we have a nice hollow here. Then a nice flat grind here, but this is still very slicey. And the secondary tip is nice and sharp. We have a very, very pointy tip. I mean, this thing is going to be a slicer for sure. I love the good access to the lock bar. Very, very smooth. I just opened these up, so these things haven't even broken in yet at all. You can easily do a thumb flick. Now, I know you're probably looking at this front end like, why did they not put a front flipper there? Because it's not a front flipper. So they did have all the room in the world. I don't know why they didn't do that. Is that an internal stop pen? Yeah, I don't know why they didn't, but have a beautiful sharpening choil, beautiful everything. This thing is a fantastic knife, man. So far, we'll see. We'll see. Great reverse flicking action. Now, what was I going to say? I don't remember now. Oh, yeah. Maybe I'll just save it. I'll just save it for the because I got a bunch of other things I want to say about those, but you guys won't watch my first impression, so I'll just save it. I'm so sick of liner and frame locks. Well, what about button locks, huh? What about button locks? What about bolster locks? How about that? What about reverse bolster locks? Reverse bolster locks? But evilly, I understand what you mean, but they do have the button locks. My favorite, I think, is bolster locks. You get kind of the best of both worlds. It's a frame lock, with you know what a bolster lock is. So, but I think that might possibly be my favorite. But I like liner locks. I like frame locks. I like them all. I like a little bit of everything. But I know what you mean. Sometimes it's you want to get something else, because the same old. You have so many of the same thing. You want to get something different. Someone told Mazwan he does too many front flippers, so he decided to not add jimping to that Tonto. I don't blame him, to be honest. I'm not mad at him for that. I'm not mad at him for it. Because front flippers to me, it's like, man, every knife seems like they're a front flipper. I am happy that he didn't, but I will say he did miss a big advantage, or a big. He missed it big on this one because he could have done a front flipper on this without being an issue. Maybe the detent would have been too strong. I don't know, but this seems like it would have been perfect for a front flipper and a regular flipper. But really, though, it doesn't matter, because I'd rather have a flipper than a front flipper most of the time. Now, there are some exceptions when I want the front flipper. Like this one's perfect, but it's done so well. You know what's cool about this one? This one is turning gold. From me handling it, it was kind of like, I don't want to say like raw titanium, but you can really see how it's starting to turn gold. It's got I don't know if they anode it yellow, and then now it's just like starting to like come off, but I kind of like it. I like when you see because it just looks like raw titanium to me, but now it's starting like the colors like coming out of it or something, especially when I put it next to another knife. You can really see the color difference. Anyways. 94 watching, only 41 likes. Yeah, come on, fools. Give me some likes. I appreciate it. Put this up. Sorry about that, guys. Blast your guys' ears. Yeah, don't forget to drop a like button. I appreciate it. Everything Jared touches turns to gold. Yeah, buddy. I wish. Plan change tonight allowed me to join. Glad to be here. Nice. Awesome. Hi, fellows. Smash that like button. Yes, thank you. Metallica's gushing. Sploogin. Okay, so let's get into some of these topics. Oh, wait, no, we have a Civivi to get into. What am I talking about? All right. I have no idea what's in here. Todd, if you are watching, Todd, thank you, man. Thank you so much. Let's get into it. This was a gift from Todd to me and Kara. Sent a note. Merry Christmas. A gift for you and your wonderful wife. She deserves it, putting up with your ass. Ha! Got something coming for you too. Ooh, this one's for her. Oh, shit. I can't open this. Sorry, guys. Kara! I'll wake her up in a minute. She's taking a nap. Wake your ass up. Charles Wood. Hey, Jared. You seen Katsu 3.5 inch 154 cm with carbon fiber, 87 at Amazon with a convex grind. and Rockstead Sharp got this week. I've got one. I did a video on it. Check it out. Yep, I got one. If I think that's what you're talking about. Where do I have it? I have it right here somewhere. My eyes are scanning. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I did a video on it. Check it out. Thank you for the donation, by the way. Very much. Thank you. Thank you. Paul Edmonds with the $9.99. Thank you. Thanks for all your great tips via comment. Loving some of those recent executive EDCs lately, especially XR Damascus and the CRKT CEO. Oh, and also the leather strip. Appreciate you. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate the donations, man. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Bees Blades is in the house. I thought I heard some bees in here. What's up, bees? Rockstead shape, but not Rockstead sharp. Yeah, saying Rockstead sharp is a stretch. It's hard to have Rockstead sharp, especially factory sharp. When I seen Lefty EDC say that, he said the one that was Jamie loves knives, awesome dude, love the dude. He's done a bunch for the channel, especially when we first started. He loaned Lefty EDC his Rockstead, and I guess he said that it wasn't used, never cut nothing, and Lefty said like it didn't even feel that sharp. Either one of two things: one, it has cut stuff, or I don't want to say cut stuff, but maybe for some freak thing it wasn't that sharp, right? Or from the factory, like something, which is hard to imagine. Or two, which is the most likely scenario, Lefty doesn't know what sharp is. But but I'm just saying, like a fresh Rockstead, I've tried 3 or 4 fresh Rocksteads, and they were unbelievably sharp. The sharpest knives I've ever felt from a factory, like because they were 0 ground. No, not all of them. One of them had an edge, like a regular edge bevel, a V ground edge bevel, and it was perfect, like a perfect V ground edge bevel that had DLC on it. So it was sharpened and then I'm guessing coated. I guess that's the only way they could do that. Anyways, it was so perfect and so damn sharp. Like it would totally whittle hair. So to say that, I don't know. But like I said, maybe his wasn't that sharp. Like mine right now is nothing like it was. I also haven't used it on my denim strap yet that I did make. I need to get to that because I'm just laid on a lot of shit. But yeah, fresh from the box, fuck, it's sharp. Like if you guys didn't see, some of you guys are probably in here that were in the live where I cut myself with my Rockstead. All I did was I literally dropped it like this, like it was like this, and it just went bink like that, bink, nothing. Like it just touched me, bink, right to the bone. It cut me good, like real good. Like I instantly went and took off running and wrapped it up. Nobody even knew what happened because it was so fast. Like it almost looked like nothing happened. But it's just, that's how sharp it was. It barely touched me and got me. My new Kubi came super sharp. By the way, are all the new Kubi knives super thick blade stock? No. I think they're 120,000. That's what this one is. All the ones I have there, I don't think any of the new ones I have are over 120,000. Yeah, maybe 120,000. Same thing as Civivis. And they get down to a pretty good edge. They used to, this is what I heard, they used to only be able to get down to 20,000 behind the edge, which is the majority of Kubis are 20,000 behind the edge because that's what their tooling accepted. That's as thin as they could get. Now, though, they have, I don't know, some new tooling or something like that where they're able to get down to thinner. Because I've had, which one was it? The 322, I think it is, got down to like 10 thousandths behind the edge. Stupid thin. This one I think is 20 thousandths. I forget, it might be 15, but most of them are 20 thousandths. But when you have a broad blade like this, 20 thousandths, it's great. It's when you get little tiny short blades like this and they're 20 thousandths, you know, or and not even this part, but like right here. So it just depends. It depends on the stock thickness and everything. 20 thousandths can cut better than a knife that's 10 thousandths behind the edge, just depending on the stock thickness and the taper and the geometry, which we're going to get into a whole bunch of steel talk and all kinds of stuff. I can't believe we haven't even hit none of these things yet. Shout out to Knife Sergeant. Go and sub to his channel. Same thing with Blades and Fades. He is going to be going live with me for the Knife Rights Live. He's going to come and join me. Me and him are going to do a bunch of knife talk. Just got my PM2 CPM M4. It's also dumb as sharp. Oh, shit. 7 ready. What's up, bud? Thanks, Friedman. I hope you saw the dwarf unboxing. What's that thin blade, Kubi? Oh, that the one with the thin behind the edge. That one is the, I think it's the 322, I think. The one that has like a kind of like a Spyderco blade tip. Do I have it right here? Or yeah, I got it right here. Somewhere. Oh shit, it's probably in here. Let me just look it up really quick because I think it's the. I think it's the 322. No, it's not. That's I'm an idiot. Just have to go down. The 331 is my new favorite one. I think I sent that one to Lefty. Damn it, can't find it. Let me just go to Kubi Knives and look it up. I forget the numbers, man. They got to come up with some names, man. These numbers aren't doing it for me. It's starting to drive me nuts now. Because when you have 321, 311, 322, it's like, what the fuck, man? Come on, man. Just give me some damn names. Give me some names over here. All right. Oh, I see another new one. Holy cow. Oh, man. Now I got to get some more damn Kubi. Holy cow. They have a whole bunch of new ones. How are they dropping them this fast? I just got a whole shit ton of new ones. Dang it. All right, so the one I was talking about, if I can find it, okay, is the KU122. That's the one I was talking about. Is the 122. I wish instead of using D2, they were using their 14C28N that they're using now. Oh, this is a little tiny knife. Oh no, 3.27. So I'm looking at this new one. You know what? Let's just fucking pull it up really quick. I'm sick of this shit. We're gonna check them out really quick, and then we got to get to some knife talk. If you don't think on catalog paper, Katsu and my Rockset aren't comparable, my $5 to say so. Wait, hold on a second. If you don't think on catalog paper, my Katsu and my Rockset aren't comparable, pay $5 to say so. You have either one. I don't know what you're trying to say, but I would argue that they're not comparable. Like they're comparable on like maybe looking at them on like on paper or like on a computer. I compared the two in my video because I compared the Rockstead Higo, which is what it's trying to look like. And it's not no fucking Rockstead Higo, but it's a great, for $80, you're definitely getting what you paid for sure. But you're not getting a Rockstead. Pull this up really quick. I'm gonna try to maybe get some of these. I'll probably have to buy them because Kubi's already sent me so many knives. I don't want to ask him. I feel bad doing that when they just sent me a bunch. But here, I'll show you guys the new ones really quick, just in case if you guys want to pick them up. I'll show you my new favorite one too. Come on, share it. What the hell? Oh, you better not do this to me. What is this? Okay, to do it. All right. So we have this new one right here, which is the KU324. They should have used the name. Oh, all right, this is gonna piss me off. Come on. Why is it doing that? It won't go down. Okay. Can I scroll down on the other side? All right, I'm just gonna back out. All right, so we're just gonna look at it from right here. So we have these two right here, the same model. They look pretty cool. They almost look like the new one that I really like, which is possibly my favorite one yet. This one looks really cool. What is that? The KU055. That looks pretty sweet. Now this one just has an etched pattern. They're saying etched pattern Damascus, so maybe it is Damascus. Let me look at it and see if they say what type of steel it is or anything. Okay. See, it lets me go down to there, and then it does this. Okay, so does it say the steel? No, just Damascus. Damascus is not a steel, dummies. Damascus is a process. I hate when they do that. I literally just bitched about that in my review yesterday. 7 inches, 7.9 inches. Good size knife, just a flipper, but they got their flipping action and their detents down. And if you look at that one, if you have Kubi's, you will know that has the same flipper tab as the 322, which has an amazing flipper tab. So that will most likely be a phenomenal flipper. This little guy, it's a little sheep's foot. It's pretty cool. This guy looks pretty cool too. Giant thumb studs, just thumb stud action. Looks like a little chunker, but $270. 20 CV though. Okay. I just don't know about that price. This is Kubi's website though. Kubi's website will be a little bit more money than they are. Now here's my new favorite one right here. I love this one. This one is such a good knife. Super solid. The detent on mine is so good. Wait till you guys see Lefty EDC unbox it. I unboxed mine, so if you guys want to see my first impressions on it, you can see it. Let's see what the stock thickness is saying. Yeah, 120 thousandths. 120 thousandths. And it's pretty thin behind the edge. I thought there was more new ones. Just more. 1, 2, 3. Is it just those? Maybe it was just those. Thought there was more. Yeah, I'm saying. All right, let me get rid of this. Very cool though. Yeah, for about 95. So M390 for an extra 20. Love 154 CM. That's the one I got in hand last night. QSP is awesome. QSP is awesome. All right, so let's talk about some edges really quick. We have a bunch of talk about steel and stuff like that, and we got a lot of different topics. So let's just get right into it. Good night, Mom. I love you. True, Brandon. I'm happy with the one I have. Kubi Arius is by far stays sharp longer than anything else. You're talking about this one, the Kubi, like the 322, because they have one that's actually called the Kubi Aris. That's a really good one too. But yeah, this stays sharp really good. They do a pretty decent job on their heat treats. They're not bad at all. Another reason why I've always liked them. I've had a couple that were iffy, in the past, like, before when every company's D2 was kind of iffy. But oh yeah, he's talking about the Kubi Airs. Yeah, he's talking about the Breeze was talking about the Airis. Yeah, that thing. They're good knives. That Airis is the one that kind of showed me that their fucking detents can be so on point. Like they have some really good detents. And this year, man, they really flexed on their detents because holy cow. Ooh, see how strong, nice strong detents. I like that. That's what I want to see. That sun cut you sent me is as sharp as a brick already. Yeah, I bet because I should have put a new edge on it. I think it had the factory edge. So yeah, I bet. I bet if you send any of them back, man, I'll sharpen them up real quick for you and send them back. I have about 15 Kubis. The titanium S90V Drake is amazing. Yeah, I haven't tried have I tried their S90V? I might have tried their S90V, but I haven't tried the Drake. All right, so why do some polished edges, some polished edges feel sharper than some toothy edges? You think it's either one or the other, right? One or the other. Well, you have to think with a polished edge, right? The reason why it feels, not that it is, but the reason, I guess you could say it is by definition of sharp, because when you have your apex, your angle, and you're refining it, you're making it thinner and thinner and thinner and stretching it out farther and farther. Even at the same angle, the exact same angle, you're making it finer and finer and finer. And I'm talking about the very, very tip of the apex, the very tippity tip of the edge, the part that you cut yourself with. That is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So when it's so small and you touch the edge and you touch it, it feels sharper because it's so thin that it can get in between your skin basically. Now sometimes with some toothy edges, you feel the teeth, but it's not so thin enough to where it's like getting in between the layers of skin that you have. So it is your skin, I guess, that's feeling the effect of that thin tip go in. Now, they could be the same thickness, same edge, same everything. Ken Harris, how is QSP M390 all-tie M390 Penguin for 119? I don't think I've tried QSP's M390. I can't say. Have I tried QSP's M390? I'm not. If I have, I can't remember. So I couldn't give you a definitive answer. I can't think if I have tried it. I thought that was 154 cm on the Thai Penguin. I didn't know they even did M390 ones. But now, that being said, you can have some toothy edges that are really fine. Like say if I take say a polished edge at a high angle, right? A high angle, like 20 degrees per side. And then I have a toothy edge at 15 degrees per side. That will feel sharper because the tip of the apex is even finer than the polished one, right? So that tip of that apex is just so fine that it actually feels sharper, which I guess in technical terms it is. If you're meaning because it's more acute or smaller, because I guess by definition, sharp is, to a lot of people, sharp is just how well it cuts. But sharp is going to be the part of the tip of the apex, how fine it is, or how small it is. Because you can have just depending on how far you lay back the edge. Now, does that mean it's going to cut better? Depending, yeah, sometimes, but in other cases, maybe not. And we're gonna go into a bunch of talk about steel and heat treat and stuff like that here in a second. So actually, let's take a pause on that subject because we're gonna get deeper into that subject in just a minute. Oh, if any of you guys that have the Work Sharp Precision Guided Sharpener with the attachment, with the stone holder attachment, I recommend you guys get the Atoma 4-inch diamond plate, 140 grit. I've got the big one. I've also got a small one for the Work Sharp. I recommend you guys get that so that you guys will be able to reprofile faster. Those being smaller stones, they take a little bit longer to reprofile. And if you're working on something that's thick behind the edge, you're going to want to get through it quicker. And it will save you so much time if you get one of those little Atoma stones, especially if you already have the Veneve stones. If you already have the Veneve stones, then it'll save you so much time. You know, you don't need it, but I recommend it if you want to save time. There's a few for sale. Okay, there's also anybody who's looking for some Benchmades. There's somebody on Instagram that I know that messaged me that has a bunch of Benchmades. They have a Contigo, Benchmade Contigo, $250. A Benchmade 940, the Dash 2001. That one's a little pricey, $400. The Saibu, the Contigo and the Saibu are both discontinued. The Saibu for $200. The mini grip G10 version for $150 says 20 CV and G10, the gray and blue G10. And then a sheep's foot version of the mini grip with G10, same thing, blue and gray, but with the sheep's foot blade 20 CV for $150. Just so you guys know, we are going to check something out on Instagram really quick because I think this is so hilarious. Hopefully my audio. Hopefully my audio. How do I go to his damn page? All right, what the hell's going on? I won't let me go onto his page. This is pissing me off. I have an idea. What is going on? Sorry, guys. I don't know why it's not letting me on someone's page that I'm trying to get onto. I don't know what's going on right now. Drive me nuts. There we go. All right, let me just try this again. Well, let me on his. Yeah, it lets me on his. Why won't it let me on this dude's? So I got this funny ass video I want to show you guys if I ever can. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to, which is pissing me off. Maybe, oh, I bet you I know why. I'm on his other page. Maybe not. I don't. Maybe I'm just going to have to not show you guys this. Damn it. That makes me so upset. I think I know how I can find it, though. Really quick. There we go. Yes! I'm a genius. I'm a fucking genius. Pure genius. All right, so I don't know why I'm showing you guys this because it's just funny. So
Hope you don't puke on it when I make this sound.
Dad, get the... Why are you doing this? Enough.
Hey, Laura.
He does this.
How was work?
100 times.
I love your outfit. Hey, Laura. Great outfit. How was your meeting?
It's good, and I have another one, so I don't start.
Well, I hope you don't puke out in your outfit when I do this.
I can't do that. I cannot.
You seem to be doing it.
Oh my gosh, stop. Oh my gosh, stop.
One more for the kids.
No,
One more. Hey, Laura, what you doing?
I'm cooking stuff.
Cooking looks great.
I'm cooking unless you want me to puke in
Please
here.
don't throw up in the food when I do this. Yeah, you are. There it is.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Get out of it. Get out. Alright, no.
Hey, Laura, what you doing? Laura,
No.
just wait. What happened? What happened when I make this sound?
No.
What?
No.
No. You get it? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there it is. What happened?
That is so hilarious. I'm sorry, guys. I had to show you that. I seen that on Jim Skelton's page earlier, and it had me crying laughing. Can you imagine, man? Oh, I know the feeling because I have this thing where certain things make me clench my jaw, like grinding teeth. Like I got into like fights in schools because like there was this one kid and he could grind his teeth like just like on the dime, didn't care, right? And just me talking about it makes me want to grind my fucking teeth. I can't grind my teeth, but my jaw clenches just thinking about it. And it's like it's not even like my choice. Like it's like I like have like a phobia of it or something. And he'd fucking do it out of spite and just out of reaction. I'd punch him like right in the mouth, like just fast. Like don't do that. I can't stand it. Like I fucking hate it. And it makes me fucking clench my jaw thinking about it. And I'm trying like my hardest right now not to, but just thinking about that shit. Todd Carr, chick is going to end up stabbing him in his sleep, right? For sure. I got your present here, bud. I started to open it up, but then I read the note and I seen that it was for Kara, so I stopped. Just so you know. So I haven't seen inside of it yet. And her gag reflex was kind of sexy, not gonna lie. Oh man. But yeah, seeing that earlier though, like I understood like that like that effect of something you can't stop. Like it just has that effect, like where it's just your body just does that response. Now, so this is a question to you guys, and I kind of asked it before, or at least we talked about it a little bit before. But do you guys think that companies should try to do innovative stuff? And I mean like the regular companies. Like obviously we already know the people out there that do innovative stuff. We already know that, and we expect that from them, and they do that. But the regular companies, like say Civivi, Kubi, Kaiser, should they be trying to do innovative stuff, or should they just stick to what works? And when I say with what works, the normal blade shapes, the normal grinds, the normal this, the normal that, because that's what works. And when we think of user knives, right? When you think of, I need a work knife, I need a tool, I need a knife that's going to be reliable and is going to do what a knife does best. You think of their knives, right? Because Not all of them, but most of them are expendable, right? You can, you can always get another one, and that's the beauty of them, though, right? That's the beauty. The beauty is that they're a tool and they work great. Now, should they be trying to do innovative stuff, or should they just stick to what works? Because that's what they are for. Like, that's kind of their, I don't know, genre. So we had some innovative knives. Yes, we does. We does. And that's why I put them into this category, because I think sometimes they've done that and tried and failed. Not failed completely, but I mean that, think about what sells better, their innovative designs or their Civivi Elementum, right? Like, what sells better? Of course, their, what works sells the best. Fiend's in the house. He's late, but he showed up. What's up, bud? I think some of these folks should innovate their way into clicking that damn like button. You bunch of jokers. Thank you. Thank you, Snuzz. I appreciate that. We made 2 innovative lock types, the Blackow and the Double Helix. I can't even think of them. Oh, no, I do know what you're talking about. Yep, you're right. You're right. Which was awesome, right? I think that's cool. That is cool when they do that. But is that something that they should always be doing? Should they always be inspiring to do that? Because I know we do get sick of the same old, but it's what works. Now, trust me, like, the biggest thing that attracts me is what works. But when I see, to me, okay, so like when I think about it, I think about, why don't you guys do what works, but knock everything out of the park? Don't do 3 things great and slack on the other things. So I love it when I see that all the corners that I want hit are hit. The plunge grind, the choil, the actual grind, the blade shape, the lock bar access, the detent, the clip, the ergos. All those things are just knocked out of the park. The lockup, the heat treat, the most important thing. Heat treat and geometry. Benchmade does what works, and I think they're kind of stale now and need to do something different. I 100% agree on that. And I think that they have all the ability in the world to do that too. Like, kind of like the Anthem, right? They did the integral access lock, which knocked it out of the park. Why not do more of those? Or let's say this, do the Anthem lock, the access lock with the type of spring that they had, on other knives. Why do you have to only use Omega springs? You're never gonna convince me that they can't do that. I don't give a fuck what you say. You can tell me how hard it is. You can say everything. Shut up. Just shut up, because they could totally do a regular spring on an access lock somehow, some way. And that would sell. That would be innovative enough right now from them. They have to innovate to keep designers thinking. The designers are what's innovative, though. The designers come in with the innovations. It's just whether or not they can do it. So what they do is, when they can pull it off, they show the other designers, hey, we have the ability to do this. Like, we are not stuck in only certain things. We can do what you guys want us to do, which I think is very important. They have to biscuits and gravy. Bees, hope your week is going well, brother. I'd like to see CRKT use the dead bolt lock more. Yeah, I wish they'd bring that price down. Because their prices, man. I don't mind the price if they just match it with the materials. Like, the lock is cool. I like the lock. I think that's an awesome thing, and I think that they could make that even more innovative. I think they really could. But bring up the blade materials or bring down the price. Because it's not like they're fucking known for doing the best heat treats. It's not like we're like, man, they do a great job with their D2. They just stepped it up. I mean, really think about it. I'm not saying they have never used the materials, but they went from 8CR and outused that when nobody else was using 8CR no more. Then they decided to use D2 when everybody was like, they're starting to pull away from D2. Not that they're pulling away, but that it's been outdone. It's like, why are you guys always like, you guys are a big company. You guys shouldn't be jumping in line last. The Wii Banter and Civivi Elementum are innovative in their simplicity, if that makes sense. And that's what I mean, is that should they stick to that stuff that's the simplicity of what works, what sells, what they know is a great user, or should they try to do things out of the, the norm? Jared, have you seen the massive donations for our grand prizes to get more insane daily? I have not, but I think that's amazing. I have some donations. I need to mail them, but that's amazing to me. I love that. The Kyphon is a good knife, especially for like a thin, small EDC knife for sure. Yes, go and check out Bees Bladers. Also go and check out Blades and Fades. You gotta turn some heads sometimes to stay relevant, attracting new customers. Yeah, that's for sure. I think that they should attempt to take on the designers that are doing the stuff that is innovative. I think that's important. You want them to do it well. And sometimes, this is the thing with me. I think some of the locking mechanisms are very innovative. To me, something small is innovative. I don't need a whole fucking, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like some of the Elijah Isham designs, they are so crazy. I don't want it. Like, that has no use to me. I understand it's an art knife. I understand it's a collector piece. Some people love it, and that's awesome for them. To me, I see something that is absolutely useless. And you guys know which knife I'm talking about. That knife is useless to me. 100%. Like, it's just art. And I get that that's what they were kind of going for. I like when they're innovative and it's useful and it's good. Even like the Grazioso, right? The Kaiser did. That was innovative in its own right. And it's solid and it's a user and it works good. Jared, have you seen the Tucson TS303? You mean the Tucson TS303? No, I haven't seen it. What's it look like? I'm feeling like knives have reached a Pinoki. Okay. Like when 440C steel hit. A pinnacle. I'm feeling like knives have reached a pinnacle like when 440C steel hit. Yeah, I think we're in like the best time to be into knives. We have the best fit and finish ever. Like right now, CNCs can do better than custom knives. I mean, we're in a good time to be into knives. For sure. But that's also why it's probably the most challenging time. And I say that meaning we've done so much already. It's almost like, what can we do that's innovative? What can we fit into a handle that hasn't already been done? What kind of lock can we do that has not been done? Don't get me wrong. I've literally designed locks. Like, just sitting there on paper, obviously on paper, not in real life, but on paper, like this could work, right? Could it work? I don't know, right? But it's fun and it makes you, wonder, like, man, because when you're thinking like that, when you actually think of a new locking mechanisms, do you know how hard it is? Like, it's so hard because so many things have been done. It's like, man, it's almost impossible to do something that hasn't been done already on some extent. Like, you might come up with something slightly different, but it's already been done and you just slightly changed it a little bit. Let me scroll down to the bottom. I'm scrolling all the way down to the bottom, guys. Damn, I'm way behind. Holy shit. Sorry, guys. I'm catching up right now. It's going to continue getting better. The deadbolt lock is new, and the shark lock is the greatest thing to hit knives since the buck one time. True. I agree. I agree. That is like the best locking mechanism ever. It's so hard to beat that. But I bet you Demco will. I'll bet you in 5 to 10 years, Demco will come up with something else. Something just as strong or stronger. What's cool is that he figured out a lock design that was fall shut action. The one thing that he could fix on that I think would be a massive improvement. If you want to see the shark lock massively improved, give it a detent. Give it a detent, because the problem with it, and it's not a problem, but it doesn't have a detent, so it's easy to like kick out. You know, when you it doesn't have that pop to it. It kind of like a backlock, you know, or like a soft button lock, kind of like that. Demco will give up and be like, here, it's a fixed blade. Check it out, man. Oh, watch how fast this thing deploys. Watch this. Strongest lock ever. That's so true. It's easy to overcomplicate a lock. Yes, so true. It's hard to make it blood simple and strong, but the Demco bros got the lock on it. That's for sure. Yeah, I completely agree. That is true. Sometimes you do have to simplify it and just make it simple, easy, and strong. The shark lock makes them a kind of gravity knife. Think so? Maybe. I don't know about that. I wonder if that's true. Cue ball! There's something special about customs, though. Handmade knives that are perfectly imperfect, like my custom pool cue, which you've seen, Jared. Yeah, I agree. I don't think there'll ever be a time when we won't want, because one, a lot of times it's the person, it's the story. You're buying that person. You're buying that friendship you have, because a lot of times you become friends with them. But even if you're not friends with them, you hear their story, you see what they can do, and you're like, man, you relate with them so much or something, and you're like, man, I would love to have something done by them. And you see how much hard work they put in, and the attention to detail they have. Like literally, they're so perfect in their skill that it's like, man, that guy has so much integrity. I got to get some of his work. And then for a human hand, you guys see me? I don't know what the hell happened. Internet problems. Anyways, but it's almost Canada's in here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. But they wind up getting they're so good that it's almost impossible to think that a person did it by hand. So when you can see these little tiny pieces fit in so perfect, and just some of the things that they can do by hand, because they're such a craftsman at their work. Like it's crazy how good they can get. And then you're also paying because you can have them personalize it. You can ask them, hey, I want this, this, and this. I want these colors. I want this material. I want this chamfer here. I don't want that clip. I want this clip. I want this blade shape or that grind. You can personalize it and get it done, whatever you want. There's a lot of custom makers that don't do that. They just make them and you have the choice to buy them. But there are a lot that do, and it's crazy some of the things they can do. I would say Sabenza, but it's got to be large. I don't know the question. What the hell are you guys talking about? You guys are on a subject I don't even know what you guys are talking about. All right, let's get to the next one. So I don't even want to talk about it. I should wait until after everything gets worked out because I don't want something bad. Not bad, but I'd hate for the part to not come now. But man, I've been having some troubles with Leon Ma, man. And I hate to pull his name out like that and talk about it like that, but it's weird, man. It's like, I got a knife in that I'm working on, and all I'm trying to get is a pivot. And when we first talked, he had me send him pictures and everything, and I sent him all the pictures and figured out, exactly what model it was. And I probably shouldn't even be talking about this. It's not even that big of a deal. Hopefully everything's good now and he's sending me the part, but he tells me to email him. So I email him, right? And then, I give him some time. And then I ask him, did you get my email? Because he wants me to send him my address. Okay, no problem. I don't know why I can't send it to you here where we're already talking, but okay, I'll email you my address, whatever. So I do that. Then, I'm thinking it's coming, and then I respond to him like, hey, what's going on with that part? Oh, you never emailed me. Yeah, I did. So then I figured I gave him my information right there. I said, I don't know what's going on. Basically, like I emailed you. I don't know why you didn't see it or get it. I know I emailed you, but here's my address and stuff. Well, he still didn't do anything with that, even though the only thing he needed was my address. So it's like, why can't you just take it from right here where we're talking? We're talking right now. Then like a week or so later, it's like, did you send that part out? No, you never emailed me. It's like, yeah, I did, man. And he says, I never got an email. And it's like, let's say that that's true. Let's just say that that's true. Okay, you didn't get the email then. I know you got the message that we're talking right now. I gave you the address. Why do you have to have it through an email, especially if it's fucking up and you're not getting the email? Maybe it's going into your junk mail. I don't know, which is fine. And when he said he didn't get it, it was like, okay, man, whatever. That's fine. Did you get this one? All right. And then finally he's like, yeah, I got it. This is like weeks later. And he finally gets it. And he's like, that's the first email I've gotten from you. Okay, right? Let's just say that's true, because maybe it is true, right? Maybe I'm fucking up. But it's like, why wouldn't you have said that when we were talking before and I sent you the address when we were having, I don't know. It's just weird to me. Like if somebody was trying to contact me for a pivot on one of my knives, I'm already having a conversation. If I see that we're having trouble with some email thing, I would just fucking say, oh, dude, just give me your email right here. Just send me it right here. Oh, you already did. Not a problem, man. Like I wouldn't make, no, I can't take your fucking address right here. I have to get it through my email. Like, what are we talking about? Like, to me, it's just weird. And it's leaving a bad taste in my mouth because I'm like, now he's out of town. So now I got to wait for him to get back into town to send it. And I don't know. I'm just like other people I hear like are, have amazing, things with him. Like they're they can talk to them and they get things sent to them and everything else. But I'm having a difficult time getting a pivot. So I just think that that's weird. Like, you can send knives to people, but you can't send a pivot out to me when you know, like, we've been talking about this for weeks now. So it's not like this has been going on for 2-3 days. This has been going on for weeks. Like, you know, and I understand it's probably not the top of his priority. I get that. It's not the top of your priority. That's fine. Right. I'm a busy guy too. I get it. It's not like I harassed him. I didn't fucking ask him the next day. Like, did you get that out? No, I didn't do that. I waited like 2 weeks. Hey, did you ever get that out? Like, more than enough time. Like, okay, it's not the top of your list, but we've talked on Instagram multiple times. Like, you know, I'm trying to get this from you. I sent you pictures. We had a whole conversation about it. I don't know. Just leaving a bad taste in my mouth. Like, that's how, like, the warranty is going to go. Is that what you're basically, like, that's what I see. Like, so if I have to deal with warranty work, there's going to be issues. Like, this is not saying that he said he'd send me the pivot for free. He said I just had to pay for shipping, which it was no problem paying for the pivot. I didn't, you know, like, so in that sense, like, that's cool. Like, that's awesome. He's going to send it for free, which you probably should, but, you know, like, I didn't expect that. So that part's cool, you know, and it is cool that he is answering me on Instagram. I'm very happy with that. That it's been pretty easy to contact him on Instagram. You know, the longest it took him was a couple days to contact me back, which I do that too sometimes. Sometimes it takes me a couple days to get back to somebody. I don't care about that. It's just, you know, it's just kind of weird, this whole, you know, email thing. And like I said, even if you didn't get my email, which could possibly be 100% true and my fault, but if that's true, then why wouldn't we have just settled it right there on Instagram? I don't know, but whatever. Not that big of a deal. Nor warranty department will ever be as bad as Gerber. I believe that. Yeah, and I guess I should be happy because I'm dealing with them and that it is still a possibility to get the parts. I haven't gotten them yet, so I hopefully on Monday he does ship them out. I'm probably gonna have to remind him and everything else, but which I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I hope it goes good. I don't know. It just kind of left a bad taste in my mouth, that little interaction with the whole getting my address thing. You know, to me, it's like, it's so simple. Just I already gave it to you like twice on email and Instagram. So if you didn't get it from email, you already know you got it on your Instagram because I can see you see it. But whatever. I've had great experiences with I've had great experiences with a lot of companies. ProTech was amazing. The only thing was they were moving shops, so it took a little longer than usual. Didn't care about it. Like, they were perfect. They were great. I did get not upset, but I did talk to them because it took a while, and I knew it was going to take a little while because they told me they were moving, but it was something they could have just settled really quick because they didn't have the blade steel or something, or the finish I wanted or something on the blade that I had. And they were like, hey, would you accept like a stone washed one instead of like something like that? And it's like, yeah, man, I don't give a fuck. I just want a new blade. And so, like, that was a little weird that they didn't just ask me like right away instead of making me wait weeks. But it was a great experience though. So I'm not trying to say anything bad. They were perfect. I got to talk to them on the phone, one-on-one, talked about everything. They were so nice. Benchmade, same thing. Benchmade was amazing. Like, they're like the best. I could never complain about Benchmade's warranty. They have like the best warranty ever. Like, for the most part, like, if something goes wrong, you can send them a picture and they'll send it to you. That's why Amazon was so successful. Best customer service on the planet. It's true. I mean, it is kind of true. And, you know, I wonder why people have an issue using my links with Amazon. Doesn't Leon have an assistant or something? Or was that Fuller Fanatic? Oh, shit. That's hilarious. That's actually funny. Anyways, some people have an issue using my links because it's to Amazon. I don't know why. because Amazon, if you have any problems, you can return it and get your money right back. And it's not like so my links, they're affiliate links. So it's not like I can get a link off of somebody selling something secondary on Amazon. Like it has like it's from like the company when I get a link. I can see who it's being sold by. It's almost always the company or it's the company's affiliate that sells for them. You know, like say Kaiser and Mojave Outdoors, right? I can get links from Mojave or Kaiser. But it's never like Bob from you know bumfuck nowhere. It's always a company. And if you return it, you can return it money back guarantee. So it's kind of weird to me that some people don't want to deal with Amazon. It's like you realize you're going to get it faster, right? You're going to get it faster than if you dealt with Blade HQ. You're going to get it faster than if you dealt with Knife Center. You're going to get it way faster. So it's just weird to me that there's like, even like say, like sharpening supplies, you know, like I love sharpeningsupplies.com. I love it. Love them. I buy most of my sharpening supplies through them, but it takes like a week. When I buy the exact same thing through my, not through, because I can't use my links, but when I use Amazon for the same thing that I would link, I get it in 2-3 days. So I don't know. It's just weird. People's problem with Amazon are mostly their Swaydo monopoly and their, yeah, I get that. I completely get that. That said, they still have the lowest prices and fastest service. I still use them. Yeah, service, you know, beats everything. And trust me, I get it. I get it. I don't like what they do with their workers. I do not like that. However, fucking you choose to work there. Like it's not like we can call it slave labor because it is, but it's not. Slave labor is if I pick you up off the street and force you to work for me. Theirs is more like, you know, they have shitty everything. Like, you know, not shitty wages. Their wages are pretty good, but they work you like a horse. They don't give you enough breaks, and they're gonna let you off after like 3 months before you're past like a probation period. But people choose to work there. It's not like they, you know, and that's why they can constantly recycle people. Eventually, though, you're going to get through everybody or the majority of people, and then people are either they go back or not. So, you know, and it's a good way, I guess, like for up and coming people that just need a quick job or whatever, because it does pay relatively well. I got a messed up Malibu from the blank sent it, and the blank forgot to fix it and send it back untouched. So I had to send it a second time, but they made me pay shipping. Ooh, yeah, that pissed me off too. You are all slaves to the debt system. Your government has allowed the banks to create. That's true. I mean, that's who owns our government in our country is the bank. So that is facts. I mean, what is it? The dollar hasn't even cash money hasn't existed since like the 60s or something like that. 60s or 70s or something like that. But yeah. Best. I still use Amazon as well. Got my Xmas shopping done a month ahead of time. Didn't have to leave my home. Yeah, no, I think it's a good way to get stuff. I think I don't have no problem. I mean, I do, but I don't. You know, like I don't know. I could go on and on about this. Let's get back to knives. Let's get back to knives before I start fucking getting too deep for you guys, and then next thing I know, I lost 100 subscribers. All right. So ceramic detent balls. Just really quick, ceramic detent balls. Now, ceramic detents, if you don't oil them, even though they're smoother than steel detent balls, they are smoother because the surface of them has a slicker surface. That's why it's called a self-lubricating surface. That just means it's a slicker surface than another surface. Self-lubricating because it's slick, it's smooth. Anyways, when you let it get dry, if it does get dry, it'll get very gritty. Very, very gritty. So if you ever open up your knife and it's like and you feel like it's just really gritty, most likely Actually, that's what it is. 99% of the time, it's your detent ball that is dry. Get yourself some KPL heavy is what I recommend, but you can use just about any oil. But KPL heavy works best. And put it on the detent ball. Now that it'll stay lubed for a long time, but eventually you're going to have to do it again. And also with the ceramic detent balls, they break in faster than the steel ones because it's so much harder. Now, obviously it's slicker, so I guess there's two arguments to this. There's an argument that the steel one breaks in faster because it's not as slick, so it scratches the titanium faster than the ceramic. But then there's the argument that the ceramic ball is harder, so it scratches faster. So, but it's slicker, so does it scratch it when it has oil? Now, if you didn't have oil on it, yes, the ceramic ball is going to scratch a track and faster than if it was lubed up. But usually we'd leave it oiled, so it's not gonna break in as fast. Now, I've showed you guys this trick 1,000 times where if you want to break in your detent track, you just put a little pressure on the detent ball and open and close it. Well, just like this. You don't let it go all the way open, don't let it go all the way closed. Just like that. And you can put a bunch of pressure on it, squeeze that thing, and just bring it back and forth. Do that like 1,000 times, and your knife will be completely broken in detent wise and be stupid smooth. You're all awake. Wait, you're all aware and awake, yet you'll go buy a new truck on credit, a new TV on credit, and new whatever on debt. Stop. You are also a part of the problem. So true. So true. Yeah, that is so true. Anything like that where unless if you are going to invest into an asset, which the asset pays you, then it's really not worth it. Like certain, like say single family homes, cars, things like that aren't going to pay you. Like I guess you could say if you get like a dump truck and you're going to use it for a business, then that's one thing. Let's get off of the subject, Breeze, you fuck. That and the ceramic ball is so much harder than the steel and will abrade itself into the steel. Yeah, and that's why I say that I think the ceramic ball breaks in faster than the steel ball for that reason. I personally think the ceramic one breaks in faster and is slicker. So I think it's a twofold better. Who uses money anymore? I bought a gallon of milk with crypto this morning. Did you really? Hit that like button or J Unit will come to your house and turn your hot water off when you are in the shower. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Or he'll just turn your gas off to your house. It's even better. What's your favorite EDC? Don't ask me that question. That shit. That's too hard of a question. You got to ask me, like, what's your favorite 50 EDCs? Thanks. Oh, I've already seen that one. All right. Oh, I was surprised about this. You guys might have seen it, maybe not. Canadian Cutting Edge. Canadian Cutting Edge, he has a YouTube channel. He recently did a video showing the WorkSharp Precision Guided Sharpener, basically talking crap about it. Now, he also had this other sharpening system that I also have. And he was saying how much better this sharpening system is. Now, you can get that sharpening system on like AliExpress for like, I don't know, $30 or something like that. But if you buy it from a place around like in the US that'll bring it to you quick, it's like anywhere 75 to like $125 or something like that. Maybe a little less. They're all over the price, all over the the place with their price. You can get the diamond plates. They're not the best, but that system sucks. I've got both of them. I don't know where he got like off on saying that this system was so much better than the WorkSharp. That system is so janky, and it moves so much. You guys think the work sharp moves? Oh, no, that thing, like mine came with a bunch. Like, don't get me wrong, you can sharpen knives, but most folders, they don't fit. The clamp doesn't even have like rubber on it, so it's going to scratch your knife. So you have to wrap it with tape. Then the blades don't fit in the clamp very well. Now, if it's kitchen knives go great, but folders, like I've sharpened a few folders on them. All of them had little issues. Then it's just, man, the whole thing was just like, to me, it's so much easier to just the work sharp, bang, right there. Now you can buy, and he never put into consideration that, because he was talking about the work sharp stones. It's like, yeah, but you can get an attachment to make it like the KME, you know, the stone holder attachment. Now, I'm not saying it's as good as a KME, but you can get the same stones. You can buy whatever stones you want for it, and you can continue to buy more stones for it. Now, there's also a ton more attachments. Like he talked about the thing going up and down, the clamp. There's a clamp attachment you can get for a few bucks. I'm gonna do another video about all the attachments, but I don't know. It was just weird. I know he like compared the price, like $20-something versus, $50 or $80, whatever. I think he only used the $50 one. But to me, if something's easier, faster, better in every way, and it's a few dollars and it's double the price, I don't give a shit. Like, to me, I would way, way rather have that work sharp than that big ass system. And I got them both. And I'm going to do a video on that big system, but so far but for kitchen knives, it's awesome. But for fucking folders, man, it sucks. There's some folders that will work great for it. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the majority, right? The majority of folders can, like, even the work sharp, it's not going to sharpen every folder you have. There are some folders that are going to be too thick or too something to work perfect. But that system, like 1 out of 5, 6 knives worked. But I don't know. I'll have to show you guys in the video. Speaking of that, Blades and Fades recently got a KME that he's been using. So he's actually giving away a work sharp with the attachments and the stone holder and the stones and all that stuff plus more. So if you guys aren't subbed to his channel already, you guys are fools. KME doesn't move all around and has rubber and clamps pretty much anything. Yeah, the attachments that I have now for the work sharp make it to where it's super solid. Like, I have a table clamp. I have you don't even need the table clamp. You just get that one little mount and it works great. But the table clamp makes it to where you don't have to use 2 hands. You don't have to hold it. You can just go like this. It's really good. Now, I do still recommend, like I said, getting the Atoma stone, but I would recommend that for a KME or any system. If you're going to be using resin bonded diamonds, it's nice to start with for just regular diamond plate for your first stone. We know you have a hard time with choosing favorite knives, but what about your other EDC stuff like pens, flashlights, keychains, etc.? Okay. So my favorite wallets are leather wallets. I love leather wallets. Leather's my thing. I've tried using other stuff. I just don't like other stuff. My favorite wallet is the Andar. Oh man, what's the name of it? I'm about to do a video on it, actually, along with other stuff from them. I forget the exact name of it, but it's an Andar wallet. Love it. I absolutely love it. I love it so much that I got another one. I had the brown leather. Now I have the gray leather, and I love it. I love my EDC Organizer. I wear that on my belt every day. Right now I don't have it on, but love that thing. That carries my flashlight, my pen, and an extra knife. My flashlight, I rotate between my copper Olight and check this out. My copper Olight and another Olight, the bigger one, the Baton, and I think those are the only 2 I really rotate between. I recently got this. I'm gonna do I'm gonna wind up giving one of these to a family member, but I'm gonna do a little quick video on it. But these things are super bright. I talked about them the other day. The Robbie Von, they come in all different colors. They even come, I have a glow in the dark one, but they have all different colors. They have titanium ones, copper ones, whatever. This is just the regular gray one. This thing was under $20. Okay. Under $20. If you guys want a link, get a hold of me. 650 lumens. This thing is a little keychain light. It's this big. This thing is so bright. It's obnoxiously bright, but you have modes. You don't have to have it on 650 lumens, but it's so bright. It's insanity how bright it is. Like, it makes big lights look stupid how bright this little fucking thing is. Light it up. I don't have this one charged, but I do have one though. I think oh man, I don't have it with me. It's over there. I do have my little one, which is the glow in the dark one. I want this thing. I'll push here. Come on, pop out, you son of a bitch. This damn box is pissing me. There it goes. So let's see if it's charged. I don't think it is, but we'll try it. Pry bar. Now this has the. I'll show you guys in a video. Oh yeah, it is on. I can't even see nothing now. Holy shit! Damn, I don't want to blind you guys, but oh fuck it. It's so bright. It's so bright. That's that. I don't know if that was the 650 or not. Like, even just me like shooting it right here. It's so bright. Now that's low, so you have a little dim. You have a little bit brighter. A little bit brighter. One. But yeah, super bright though. If you have it on 650, you can only run it for 100 seconds before it will go down to 100 lumens. And it's not that the battery's dying, it's that it needs to cool off because it's so hot. But those things are like $16 if you use my link. But they have deals on them and stuff you can get all the time. All right, I can't even fucking see now. I just got another stream light today. Actually, the pen light, 100 lumens, $15. Well worth it. Right, for $15, you can get 650 lumens. That thing's badass. But it's a little keychain light. So the beauty of it is that you have a little mood light, like if you want just 100 lumens, which 100 lumens is bright. I'm not saying like a little bit 100. Like, you can go less than that. 100 lumens is bright. But if you want to go like 50 lumens or something, you can go, I forget what it goes down to. It goes down to like, moonlight or whatever. But if you want to crank out some light, you want to light up an entire room or blind the fuck out of somebody, you can. The link is, you know what? I'll just get it really quick. By the way, guys, I will be doing a giant knife sale after the New Year's. I was gonna do them before, but I'm gonna wait until after the New Year's because a lot of the stuff I'm gonna sell I need for some videos for this year's thing. Okay, here is $20 right now. They went up a little bit. But I can get it for $20. Here's this one. I'll put it in the chat. You can get the copper one for like 50. They have the titanium one. You can get they have a bunch of different stuff, but here, I'm gonna give it to you guys right now. All right, it's in the chat. Should be in the chat. Oh, don't tell me. Did it? Okay, there it is. All right. Detent Lash, word of the day. Detent Lash. Damn it, man. We haven't even gotten to any of the damn things I want to talk about. Okay. Really quick. Detent Lash. So what is Detent Lash? All right. What is Detent Lash? Detent Lash is when your knife is closed and shut all the way, and you can grab it and it shakes inside. It rocks back and forth. Your blade, when it's shut, should not move at all unless if it breaks out of the detent. When it goes in and pops in, it should be nice and firm. Detent Lash it'll rock the blade back and forth. I don't have a knife right here with Detent Lash, otherwise I would show you. You know what? A button lock usually has a little bit. No. But yeah, Detent Lash is where the blade rocks back and forth while it's closed. A lot of times with like a flipper tab, you can touch the flipper tab and you'll feel it moving a little bit. You'll see the blade moving in and out a little bit like this when it's without deploying. But you can't really consider button locks Detent Lash because theirs is different. Theirs is on a spring system, so you usually get a little bit from a button lock. Like this one has a tiny bit, not much, but a lot of button locks do have them. Anyways, so what's the problem with them? Why is that a problem? So one reason why it's a problem is a lot of times it only gets worse. It's not something that like, oh, that's it. It'll eventually get worse and worse and worse because what's happening is that the ball is too small for the hole it's in, and it's inside the hole and it's rattling around inside the detent hole. So what will wind up happening is it beats the hell out of the sides of it. You guys are perverted, and eventually can just make the hole bigger. Or even if it doesn't do that, it's annoying and can lead to sometimes your knife randomly opening. So it's not something you want. Now, how can you fix it? You can't. You're fucked. That's the shitty part about it. Now, there is the possibilities that like Richie B taught me that sometimes you have the stop pin. It's not seated on the stop pin perfectly, so it's not able, the detent ball isn't able to drop all the way in. So you want to make sure like your stop pin is cleaned. Make sure the detent hole is clean because sometimes lint is in there and it's just not letting the ball seat all the way. So the detent ball is just like rocking on the outside of the hole. So you want to make sure it's clean, but if you've checked everything and it's just Detent Lash, there's not much you can do about it. Even if you increase your detent strength, 99.9% of the time, it ain't going to help. It'll just make your detent stronger, but it'll still have lash. So that might possibly help, though. That is a possibility that if you increase the detent strength, it could possibly stop, but not usually. Almost never. But sometimes it will help. Yes, that is what she said, Ian. Bang. You know what? I should have told you. Man, Breeze, you should have told me you were going to do that because I could have got you a link to like 8 of them for maybe that's what you used, because if you use that link and go in there, they have like 5 of them you can get for a deal. It's not like a great deal, but it gives you like 1 free or something like that. And but if you did buy them all, I guess it winds up working out for me a little bit better. So thank you. That's awesome. Very much. I appreciate that because those are an awesome. That's why I got one. They're an awesome gift, man. They are like because everybody's going to use them. It is a gift that the person you give it to is going to use. That's the one beautiful thing about those little keychain lights. It's a fact. If as long as it has the attachment to hook to their keys, as long as whoever wins it has keys, it'll attach right to their keys. They're gonna use it. And the second they see how easy it is to use, and it's also rechargeable, so it's not like they have to find a battery to fit it. Just plug it in. It's easy to recharge. I think this one's even like waterproof and everything. So it's an awesome light. You really can't beat it for the money. Even the little O-lights, which I love the little O-lights. The little O-lights are badass, but they're like 180 lumens. This is, 650 lumens. So like I have big lights that aren't that bright. It's a gift that keeps on giving all year round. Right, exactly. Exactly. For sure. And like I said, people like I'm not gonna say it gets people into the EDC, but it makes people kind of understand, like, because a lot of people, like, they don't even realize, like, why would you carry a flashlight? I have my phone light. Like, that's dumb. Like, what if your phone's dead? What if it's about to die? What if you're just trying to get in your door and you have your keys? You're gonna fumble around with your phone and turn your phone light on rather than just push a little button really quick. Like, most people, once they carry a little light, they will use it a lot. Like, even the one I carry one on my belt every day. I use that thing all the damn time, all the time. And when you forget about it and you realize you have it, because sometimes you're like, damn it, I wish I could see that. And you're like, ooh, yeah, I can, and you got your light. I know mine comes in handy all the time, and just for dumb stuff. Now, anybody, I don't care who you are, young, old, male, female, whatever, will use them. Yes, it's not the same. No, I don't think I got it. No, you did not, Breeze. You did not get the deal. I think the deal was like not much less than that though. I think it was like $140 or something, $130 for five or six of them or something. I forget. But what they do is they give you all different colors. So they give you an assortment. So you get like a copper one, a stainless steel one, a this one, a that one. There's two different orders too. Like you get all the plastic ones, or you can pay a little bit more and get like a group of like the nicer ones, but it does cost a little bit more money. But it doesn't matter. You don't save that much. I think, like I said, I think you get one for free or something. Save like $20 or something. Phones are a big rectangular object and equally bright. An equally bright flashlight is tiny by comparison, for sure. And you're draining your battery. Like, if you had to actually use that light for a long period of time, you're not going to want to use your phone and just drain your battery. Or what if your battery's almost dead? Or lots of different things. Like, what if you don't have your phone on you? Or what if you like you're in like a tight spot or something? Like, there's so many different scenarios that phones are just like the I mean, it's cool if it's your last ditch effort, but with that, it makes it where it's convenient. So I never use my flashlight on my phone, to be honest. I think since I've had my phone, I've never once used my flashlight, not once. But I've used my hip light a ton of times. Robbie Von H3 Pro. It has a built-in battery, and you can pop in AAA, then switch between the two power sources. That's awesome. I know my other little one that's 650 lumens. That one, in the dark, it actually glows. So you can see it in the dark. So, like, say if you have it on your keys and it's dark, you can see your keys. Or like in your car or something like that. Like, you always know where your light is because you can always see it in the dark. Now, obviously, if it's daylight, you can just see it, but if it's dark, you can always see that light. It's hard to fry retinas with a phone. Exactly. 650 lumens. Shit. Yeah, that's pretty bright for how little of a light it is. Like, you gotta understand, like, if it was a big mag light or something, that wouldn't be that impressive. Or if it was like the Olight Warrior, which is like 1200 lumens or 1800 lumens or something, yeah, that's not impressive for that light. But for a little tiny light like that, that is super impressive. Like, that's very bright. You can light up an entire room with that thing, which is crazy to think something that tiny can light up an entire room. It's nuts. So, I don't know if we should skip this one. We talked about the Kaiser Beglighter XL button lock. Maybe I'll show it to you guys real quick. Might as well while we're here. Might as well show it to you guys really quick. I want to talk about stropping, but I'm going to show you guys this first. So here is the XL bag lighter button lock. Pretty bad as, if you ask me. It's an XL, but it's also a flipper. I forgot to say that. So it's a flipper and thumb stud version of the bag lighter, but it's a button lock, and that one is in brown micarta, 154 cm. You guys can see all that. A 4-inch blade, 9 inches overall. That thing is a beast. Looks like it's going to be a fantastic cutter. And you know Kaiser's action, man. So you can already expect it to be stupid smooth. I think this is going to be a huge hit, especially for folks that are into big knives and want a button lock that's a big knife. Like LTK is going to love that. Super smooth too. You can tell how drop shut. But, well, you got to think, even with like Kaiser's liner locks, they're like complete fall shut action, like complete. So you can imagine their button lock, man. That thing is going to be stupid smooth. So no, about 3 months, Josh. About 3 to 4 months, they're saying. Right, it'll be at I think the beginning of 2022 is when they're expecting it. No idea on the money yet. Like I said, it'll be a few months, at least three to 4 months until it's out. Big knives do rule. Thumb studs and a flipper with a button lock. I know. Multiple deployments. Shane, love you, brother. Peace out. Talk to you later. Don't forget, guys, Friday we have the live going. Me and Blades and Fades are going to come on here. We got the 24-hour, I think it's Friday, ain't it? When the live starts, the 24-hour live. Yeah, Friday, December 3rd at 5 o'clock my time, 5 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Eastern. We're doing the 24-hour live. Do not miss out, because it's going to be an awesome live. We're going to talk about the giveaways. We're going to talk about knife rights. We're going to give something away. Who knows what? We'll see. We might have something really badass to give to you guys. But besides that, it's going to be for a great cause. I hope you guys show up. Hope all of you guys are there, and then some, because it's going to be so awesome. It's 5 o'clock in my time. Awesome. Well, it'll be 5 o'clock for my time too. It'll be early live for me, and then technically I'm supposed to go live the next day on Saturday. Maybe I'll just cancel it because we're gonna have. Wait, how would that go? Actually, no, I still could go live because the 24-hour live will just be ending technically, so I could go live still. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see how it goes. Yes, this Friday, 5 o'clock my time Central, or 6 o'clock Eastern. My woman is screaming my name. Well, calling my name so she can scream my name. All right. All right. So, what was the thing? So, man, we had this whole steel talk, but I guess I'll just save that for Friday, man, because I had like a whole bunch of strength versus toughness and all this stuff I wanted to talk about with heat treats and everything. But it looks like we're already past story time. So I'm going to tell this story really quick. Might as well get into story time. It's not funny, but it is. So it's not funny, but it kind of is. When I build the scenario for you. So I was in high school, and the classes I was in BD classes, behavior disorder classes, just for being in trouble a lot. So, everybody in class was bad, right? Everybody. And, excuse me, this girl, this big ass black girl, she was so fucking aggressive. Like she was like the meanest bitch ever. Like she was so mean. And she was easy to hate. Easy to hate because she was just such a masculine woman, you know, like that just always was talking shit and, you know, just trying to get under your skin always. And would always talk shit. And there was this dude, like she was always getting into it with. This dude who sat in front of her. And John Evans. Thank you, man. Looking forward to seeing everyone on Live 2021. I appreciate all of you and would love to help spread the word around. Yes, definitely spread the word around. Let's get that information out to everybody so that we can have the biggest event ever. This is going to be awesome, guys. And remember, it's going to be giveaways. So you guys are dumb to not enter, first of all, and dumb to not support knife rights. But we will get into like on Friday, I will get into all the details and everything, but basically every $10 gets you a donation, or gives you one entry into the donation. So every $10 you donate to Knife Rights gets you one basically ticket, one entry into the giveaway. And there's gonna be a bunch of giveaways, and it's gonna be awesome. We'll get into all that stuff. I'll have the link and everything for that day. Anyways, let's get into this story. So this lady, this girl, so the guy's sitting in front of her, and she's always arguing with him, always talking shit to him every fucking day. Talking shit. She's got a mouth on her, man. And this one special day, it was a very special day. She just pushed him too far. And she's talking shit, but she's talking shit beyond talking shit. Like she's like going up and beyond. And she's kicking him like in the chair and like really messing with him. Well, then like he's pissed. Like he starts talking shit to her, right? But he's not he's like turned around, he's talking shit to her, and he turns back and he's minding his own business, not saying nothing. Just sitting there looking forward like this. And she starts saying this shit. She starts, oh, why don't you hit me then? Be a man, hit me then. Starts doing that shit. And he's just sitting there. And she keeps doing it, keeps saying shit like that. Talking shit about his mom and this and that. And then just finally, he just stands up, turns around, and she's still sitting in her chair. So she's like talking all this shit. And he just, bam, and he hits her so fucking hard. Like it was like so loud. Like you heard it across the room. And her face was just like just pancake blood. Like it was so crazy. And man, it was like I clapped. I did too. I clapped. Because you just wanted her to shut the fuck up. Like you wanted nothing more than this person to just shut up. So when that happened, don't get me wrong, it didn't make her shut up for long. Like it shut her up for like a second, but then she starts screaming. But it's for some reason, like you were okay with that part. You were okay with the screaming. Like it was like the shit talking and the mouth on her. You just wanted to shut up, but the screaming you were okay with. Like bring that stuff up, like turn that part up. But yeah, so he split her good, and she was pretty fucked up. He only hit her once, but yeah, wrecked her day because now she didn't come to school like the next day or the next day after, because like she was so embarrassed. Her face was fucked up. Like she probably had a broken nose. He obviously, got in trouble and shit like that, but she wasn't coming back to school for a few days until that face healed up a little bit. Yeah, it was a beautiful thing. Like I said, I had to clap. Like finally somebody got her ass. And and I don't believe in hitting females or anything like that, but there are some fuck man, you can't it's hard to be mad at. Like I remember this one girl got into a fight with this kid and this was before high school, but she was a giant and this dude was little, like little, like if he had a nickname it'd be little something, little ass dude. And this girl was like a Sasquatch. She was massive. Like it didn't even make sense how big she was. And they got into a fist fight. And it was pretty tight because she was so big and he was so he wound up messing her up eventually. But at first, though, it was like you were wondering, like, who's gonna win this fight because she was, throwing down, and he could throw down too. Like he was tough. He was very tough for his size, but this bitch was just so fucking big. So in that circumstance, it was like she's gonna kill you, bro, if you don't do something. you better do something, dude. You're gonna die because she was massive. Like she wasn't like it didn't even make sense how big she was. Because like not even for like a kid, she was big for a human, like she was like a giant and she was tough. Like you could tell she was tough just the way she carried herself. So when they wound up throwing down, she ragdolled him for like the first 30 seconds. Maybe not that long, maybe like 15 seconds. It feels longer, when you're involved. But for like the first 15 seconds, she ragdolled him. But then, she lost steam and he was, just getting started. He wound up getting her on the ground and started hammer fisting her. Oh, I probably shouldn't be talking about girls and guys fighting like that. But no, that one was a pretty interesting one. Beard and shit. I have a similar story, only it was a female and I was on the receiving end right in the nuts. I've had those too. I know what you mean. I've had those for sure. I've definitely done my fair share of shit talking and caught a couple. I've even had like I had this one ex. I didn't come home for a couple days, and she showed up at my dad's house. I was sleeping on the couch. I woke up to her beating the fucking shit out of me. Just beating my ass. But yeah, I deserved it though, I'll be honest. I deserved every bit of it. You just got knocked the fuck out, There was another part of the story I wanted to tell. I don't remember it now. What was it? Damn it, man. I really wanted to talk about that steel talk. We're going to have to talk about that later. What was it? No, not that. Oh. Fucking shit, man. I was going to talk about, I guess this story wouldn't really be that good. You guys probably wouldn't understand. Shoot, you dozed off? You son of a bitch. Is Neevesknives that boring tonight that you dozed off? Man, oh man. I'm gonna have to make sure Friday's a really good one. Ben woke up like that before. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. But hey, we all gotta take it sometimes, right? We all have to take it. Waking up to going to jail, that's a fucking bad one. That one always sucks. I've told the story on here before where I woke up because I had a warrant. I woke up to the cops in my window, but they could see me. So I was fucked. Like I had to go in. Well, I could have ran again, but I had already been running for so long that it was like I was on my last leg of running. And the cop, he had me like dead to rights, like right there. Bam. So for me to run, it would have been tough. But I probably would have got away, to be honest. But I didn't. I gave up. I gave up and let him take me in. You ain't a man until some girl slaps you. Yo, Jared. Thank you. Addicted to Knives. Yo, Jared, I need you algorithm magic, bro. My channel is going up like a turtle. Well, I could tell you about an app you can use that would help. But what are you at right now? But if you really want to grow your channel, the biggest thing is obviously like look at a couple things, right? The one thing is the thumbnail and people clicking on your video. That's the most important. If you can't get them to at least click, then you can't get them to stay, right? Can't get them to stay if they're not clicking. So work on that. You know, change some things around. Don't be afraid to practice things and change things. You know, don't get yourself stuck in a corner of being comfortable. Change things constantly, because eventually your channel figures you out. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean they get comfortable and they know what to expect. You don't want them always knowing what to expect. You want them, you know, like you want to switch things up, and it's good for the people that are following you. Not saying to change up your integrity or anything like that, but change up your thumbnails a little bit, change up your titles. And if you want my best advice, reviews do the worst. Knife reviews do the worst. So unless if it's a brand new knife that literally just hit the market and people are waiting for theirs to come in or something, it's not going to do that good. Reviews, especially older reviews, brand new reviews, yes, they do okay. But, excuse me, like top 10s do the best, top 5s, things like that. Those are what does the best. Because people like to see multiple things. They don't like to just watch. A lot of people don't like to watch a whole review. There's people that like to watch a whole review. That's why I do reviews, and I do reviews for those people. But more people like multiples. So getting multiple knives in one video, that's a good way to increase your chances of somebody clicking because you might have somebody who doesn't give a shit about this knife, but you have a better chance of somebody or multiple people caring about one of these knives, you know? So that's sometimes really good, and sometimes even the thought of not knowing what's in the video. Jared, what's that little light you were showing? Ravivan. I actually linked it. Here, I'll do it again. The Ravivan. And it's in the chat right now. But yeah, you got to work on your thumbnails, work on that, and then also the content. Remember, people like things fast. People want you to get right into things. People don't want to hear you bullshit about things. They want you to get right into the subject. They got shit to do. People got shit to do. So, you know, you don't want to sit there and talk about, you know, what somebody did or something this or that. Get right into the fucking subject you're talking about fast. Because people will, they'll, if they have to fast forward, you have a better chance that they're going to click off. So if they have to fast forward to get to you doing the action or get to you doing this or that, they're going to click off. Watch your algorithm and figure out what works. But knowing what works in the algorithm is the most important. You got to know what works in the algorithm. There's certain things that work better than others. Jared, you do a great job of keeping the conversation in bounds with so many crazies. Thank you. I appreciate that. Philip Team. I try to, for sure. I definitely try to. The word is legs. Spreading the word. A good thumbnail doesn't hurt, but even Spanish, Navaja. Thank you, bud. I appreciate that. But yeah, it is a game though. It's a game because you're playing two different games. You're playing the game with the people that are following you and keeping their attention, and getting them to like your stuff and like you as a person, but you're also playing the game with the algorithm. And the algorithm is whether or not they're going to share it. But the majority of the algorithm is going to have to do with people seeing the thumbnail and clicking on it. If they click on it and they see the video, then you have a better chance of somebody else seeing the video. That's why I ask all you guys, when you see my video, click on it. I appreciate it because it makes it to where they will put that thumbnail in front of somebody else. The more times you guys see my video and you don't click on it, the more times they will not send it to somebody else, because they'll say, this guy didn't like the thumbnail. This guy didn't like the title. So why would I show that guy? So if you can get that little part down, the next part is the most important part, after, because you might be able to get them to click once, but can you get them to stay? Getting them to click and then stick around and watch your content it's tough. It's tough. And you learn what your following likes. And you got to remember, you got to like it too, man. If you don't like what you're doing, the audience will figure that out really quick. So you have to enjoy it and talk about subjects that you enjoy talking about. Don't be boring. Do not be boring. That's the worst thing you can do, because the people that randomly do click on your video that did help you with the algorithm will learn that they don't like your content. So just be fresh, have a clear voice, have nice audio, clear to, don't rock your camera. I kick my camera constantly, man, and it fucking probably gets rid of all kinds of people. That's my worst thing, but at least I'm not holding my camera. You don't want, you want your camera in a nice position, because people cannot stand moving cameras. That is one thing people can't stand. Cameras that go like this all over the place, people will they'll click off instantly. Just like audio. If your audio sucks, if you're constantly making weird noises, all those things. And I've lost subs because of that. And I've literally had them tell me, like, hey man, I can't stand this anymore. So you got to fix it, Any equipment software you would recommend? Microphone, but probably a lapel mic. It depends on what you can afford. You don't need that stuff, okay? Just so you guys know, if you're gonna start anything, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever, start off with just your phone. That's all you need. All you need is your phone. Don't walk away from your phone when you're talking. As long as you're not going like this with your phone, your audio will pick up just fine. I did I literally just recently got a mic like a few months ago. So you don't need that stuff. You just need a good camera phone and a tripod. That's the most important thing. You can run an entire channel on those two things. Now, the most important thing next to that is your lighting. You don't have to buy lighting, but you have to, at the very least, use outside lighting then. You have to be near a window that not in the sun. You want to be in the shade, but like near a window, right? Near a window that gives you good lighting inside that room. Because what you want is light that spreads in a room, that has even lighting across the room. Like, yeah, I use studio lighting now, but before I didn't even have that, And then finally I got studio lighting, and finally I got a microphone. Finally I got a lapel mic and this mic. And a lapel mic is just a mic you wear. That's what a lapel mic is. So if you are going to be moving around, it doesn't sound like it. I do that a lot, and that's one of my biggest issues. I do that and I do that all the time, and I've learned how to talk a little bit better, but you get comfortable, and that's the problem. Is even when the thing is when you start trying to talk better than you do, because you have to learn how to talk more clear. Trust me, man, my words suck, especially when I first started. Like, I was coming like fresh out of jail and off the streets trying to talk appropriately. But you work on it, and you work on yourself, and do your best to communicate well and say the words appropriately, and try not to say those, the words that literally mean nothing and are just a filler for you to think. you know, you got to try to not do that. And I find myself doing it all the time, even still, but I try not to. I try to not do that. I try to not cough into the mic. I try to not sniff into the mic. Like in a live, there's nothing I can do. I can't pause the live and go like that. But in a video, I can. So I don't, you know, I try not to do that. Every once in a while, I'll leave a cough and just leave it in there. Because it's like, come on, you know, I am human. But you have to try. You try. You know, you do your best. Obviously, nobody's perfect. Nobody expects anybody to be perfect. And then to be too perfect is also bad. That's horrible. That can backfire. Being too perfect will backfire 100% of the time. So it's you don't want to be perfect. You just want to be listenable. You want people to be able to listen to you and understand you and follow you. Being able to take a subject and put it into a place to where somebody who doesn't understand can understand. That's so important. Like say if you're going to talk about detents or something, right? You you're speaking Spanish to a lot of people. So you know when you're going to break it down in a way for the person to understand exactly what you're saying in the shortest amount of time, because usually people will understand pretty quickly. So you don't want to beat a dead horse, but break it down really quickly, very simply, exactly how you would understand if you didn't know what the person was talking about. The Lord of House Neves will thou bless with another tale of your heroic achievements. What do you mean? I don't know what that means. I have to facilitate meetings now at work. Have the ability to speak clearly and concisely with is super handy. I bet like when I'm talking into like even like the mic, like there's a big difference between the distance I have and you know knowing that and then knowing like how it you know like when you like I always get this all the time. Like I get comments on this all the time about like how I slurp like when I go like that. It's a habit. It's a fucking habit and I hate it too. And I don't even notice it until I rewatch my videos. And I try not to do that. I try so hard. I try not so hard to breathe into the mic and all these little details that, you know, you don't think that matter, but people never put it into consideration of like when you make channel, like those little details matter and you have to think about it. It's all easier said than done. Right. Takes practice, no way around it for sure. And that practice does make perfect. Or nah, I hate using that. Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes you better. So you practice, you get better. Keep practicing, you get better. You know, learn your mistakes, figure out what you're doing wrong, and work on certain things at a time. Don't try to do everything at once. So work on 3 things, get them down, work on another 3 things. You know, nobody expects anybody to be perfect, but watching somebody or just even knowing yourself does better. You know when when you've done a shitty job. You know, you can watch it. And if you watch it and you can't stand to watch it, somebody said this to me, not to me, but I was watching somebody say this, and it made so much sense. They said you should be your favorite content creator. If you're not your favorite content creator, well, then you already know what your problem is, right? You're not a good content creator because, and it's not being like narcissistic or anything. It's just saying that you should try to be the best content creator you can possibly be and be somebody that you would want to watch. You want to be somebody that if you were in that because you're obviously in the community. So being a part of whatever community you're watching, you want to be the best one in it. Now, does that mean you're going to just jump right in and be the best one? No. And it might take years, but do it, right? Like grow, do better than yesterday, or at least attempt to, or have set goals like every 5 months. And like that's kind of like what I do. I try to because you can't do everything overnight. So every few months, sorry, it's a can. Every few months, I work on more stuff. I get something down. After like 4 or 5 months, I stop everything and I redo everything. And I try to do better than the last 5 months. 5 months later, Do it again. Try to do better than the last 5 months. And I just set goals like now over this next 5 months, I need to get this, and this down pat. I need to learn how to do this. I need to be good at it. And so then after a couple years, you have a channel that's grown over time. Really good. Because you're not going to just grow a channel in a month and think it's going to be successful. It's not how it goes. It is a job, and you have to consider it a job if you want to do that. You don't have to do it. It can just be a hobby, but if it's a hobby, it's going to treat you like a hobby. So, that's just the way it goes. Anything, there's going to be outliers, of course, and you guys can probably name the outliers, and the outliers are going to get, they wind up getting big, and it makes everybody think that it's easy just because they were easily successful in that field. They just happen to jump in at the exact moment and do all the right things. But for the majority, you're gonna get what you put in. That's it. I am a drug counselor, so I hold meetings and stuff. But it's like I'm a different person when I'm running a group. I have to get to that point with my videos. Yeah, I've done that. You definitely, I know what you mean. You want to be comfortable. You want to be comfortable where you almost, the camera's your friend, and you're just talking, and you want to think about it, but not at the same time. You have to have that connection where you're comfortable, but you're also paying attention to the little details that could fuck you up. So you're kind of doing the both, right? And it does take a while to get comfortable with the camera, and you got to listen to yourself and watch yourself. Don't be afraid to watch your own videos. Don't be afraid to listen to yourself and pay attention to where you can do better. You want to do those things. I'm always trying to make improvements. I have trouble talking clear and precise, but I keep working on it. Yeah, I do too. I have a huge problem with that. I have a huge problem with the way I pronounce things. I have a huge problem with the way I speak. It took me a long time to not cuss. Took me a long time to do a lot of things, just even the way I say things, the way I do a lot of things. Like Kara had to tell me a bunch of times, like, you can't say that. You can't say that. I can't, like, people are going to think you're ghetto as hell. Don't say that. It's like, you're probably right. I probably shouldn't say that. But yeah, making improvement that's life. We should always know. I always say this, and I think this goes for everything in life. And I hope a bunch of people are listening, because I think this can fill in anywhere in your life. There's no such thing as standing still. There's no such thing as being static, right? Everybody says like, I'm stuck in a rut, right? I'm stuck in a rut, or, you just feel like you're just in a place and you're not doing it. You're not moving, right? You feel like nothing's getting better, nothing's getting worse. You're just stuck. But that's not true. That's never, ever, ever true. You're either moving towards good or moving towards bad. Just sometimes you're moving towards good very slow, or you're moving towards bad very slow. And if you're stuck in a rut, you're most likely moving towards bad very slow. Most of the time, that's the way it is. Most of the time, you are literally just slowly progressing towards bad. But then that's why you always want to work on yourself. If you're always working on yourself, then at least, even if you're moving slow, you can be moving as slow as molasses. But as long as you're moving towards better and good, then you're not going backwards, right? So with whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is. You can fit that anywhere in your life. Always try to get better. Always try to improve yourself. However it is, it doesn't matter. You, like I said, you can fit it into health. You can fit it into mental health. You can fit it into anything, as long as you are trying to improve, then at least you're going towards a better place. But if you're not trying to work on improving some way, shape, or form, you are definitely moving backwards. You're just doing it very slow. And eventually you're going to wake up and realize that, damn it. I fucked up. Bearded Gear is in the house. Holy shit. What's up, Bearded Gear? Shout out to Bearded Gear. I hope you guys are following his channel. That would make more sense if I showed the knives. Yeah, he shows his big, beautiful beard. I can't stand watching my own videos most of the time. I don't know how other people watch me. It's funny. It also helps not to talk about what you don't know and don't be a parrot. That's true. I think everybody's going to be a parrot to some extent, right? But yeah, I agree. You should definitely, because usually you can tell if you know what you're talking about. People can hear it. These people, especially if they understand the topic, they understand it a little bit better. But there's nothing wrong with not being 100% and trying to learn and trying to teach at the same time. It's not that you're physically teaching somebody something, and you shouldn't be trying to teach something that you don't understand, at least to the extent of being able to explain it. But but there's nothing wrong with trying to I don't know, I guess teach, and show people stuff and teach people. The best way to go about it is just saying, like, listen, I don't know everything about this, but I'm going to show you what I've learned, right? Just kind of go about it like that. That's how I kind of did it in the beginning with things I didn't understand. It was just like, listen, I don't know 100% about this, and I might sound dumb right now, but this is how I'm interpreting it. This is how how I'm understanding it right now. And I think listening to yourself, though, I don't, I guess everybody's different. Sometimes some people might not be able to listen to themselves, and I'll be honest. A lot of times when I'm editing and I'm listening to myself, it makes me fall asleep because I've already recorded it, so I know what I said. So like I'll be editing and I'll literally be like trying to edit because I can't watch it. Now, watching an old video or something, or a video I did last week, or maybe a live like tomorrow while I'm working or something like that, that's when I find it easier and I listen to it in my ear. But I'm doing it only for improvements. That's all I'm doing it for. I'm doing it to figure out, like, what am I doing wrong? Because, and you know what I've learned, like with me, right? And, maybe other people can relate. I'll find myself explaining something and then I'll stop and I won't finish explaining it. Or I'll explain it to a certain point and it's like, man, why didn't I say this other part? It's like, I don't know. Either I got I my brain just went to another subject or something too quick and I forgot to mention this part, or I should have explained this a little bit better. And it's not a big deal if I mess up words, because that does happen. Like, and I get called out. I'll get called out. I'll call carbon fiber my Carta, and I'll have 10 people in the comments. Hey man, that's not my Carta, man. It's carbon fiber. And it's like, yeah, no shit. It's like I misspoke, man. But most people know about misspeaking. But I think it's good to try to improve as much as you can, however you can. But like I said, if you're trying to do it as a hobby, then there's no reason to do any of that. Just be whoever you want to be, and just run the channel however. I mean, have fun with it. Just enjoy it. But if you are trying to go about it as a business and you're trying to do, make it an income or something like that, which I absolutely am. I've never said I wasn't doing that. I've always been honest about that. I've always said that I am going in this trying to make this an income, and I want this to be beneficial for me. I put in a fuck ton of work. Like I don't sleep. Like I put in a lot of work to make it successful. And there's no possible way it can't be successful if I put in that amount of work. And if you put in as much work as a full-time job, then it'll pay you like a full-time job. Not like literally. I just mean like it'll pay off like that. You'll get the results you're putting in. But that doesn't mean everybody should do that. Everybody should do what works for them, and there's a lot of people that just enjoy hanging out and just shooting the shit and showing their knife collection. And that's awesome. I think that's amazing, and a lot of people love those channels. That's how all the people who call you out sound, that voice. That's true. Uh-oh. What are you kidding about? Say a spree? Is that what you're trying to get me to say? Jared, you gonna get the CPM Magna Cut Mule dropping on Friday? Probably not. Probably not. I won't because it doesn't have a handle, right? The mules, they're just a blank blade. You can put a handle on it. And I thought about that. I thought about getting some handle material and doing that. But no, I'm not. I know I'm not gonna, so I'm not gonna pretend like I'm gonna. I'm just not gonna. I'll wait for it to come in a folder or something. I want to test Magna Cut. I really do. I want to test it bad, but just I won't carry it. I'm not gonna carry it, so I'm not gonna be able to use it like I want. I'll have to wrap the handle in paracord or make a handle. I don't mind making a handle, but I hate paracord handles. So just because I know I won't use it, I'll sharpen it and then that's it. I've noticed you've been looking at some off-grid knives lately. So I was wondering if you would like to check out their model, the Viper 2. I have two different models if you would like to. Get a hold of me on Instagram or through email. So I can check them out because I'm definitely interested. Thank you. I appreciate it. I know it's only $75, but around Christmas time, $75 is a lot of money. I mean, I know $75 in the grand scheme of things isn't a lot, but around Christmas it is. I have a huge family, so I'm just if it was a folder, which I know it'd be way more. Like I would spend over $100 for a folder, but I wouldn't spend the set. Like I said, it'd be a waste for me. This is another thing with the channel. It's impossible to run a channel if you're not counting your money. You will go bankrupt. It's expensive running a channel if you're not cognitive of your expenses. It's like I have to be very cognitive of what's going to be beneficial for the channel, because that's the biggest thing is what is good for the channel and what do I want, because I don't want to buy things I don't want, and I don't want to buy things that are not good for the channel, because those are two separate things. Things that I want, I could buy something, do a video on it, and 100 people will watch and nobody will care, and it'll be a complete loss for the channel. Will I like it? Yeah, of course I'll like it, but that's it. And I have to think about what's both. Where can I get a little bit of both? Where can I get something that I like, so I can be honest about it or not? And if I don't, I say I don't like it, but either way, is it beneficial for the channel? That doesn't mean I don't make expenses that are good for me and not for the channel, because I do. But I have to consider those perfectly. Will Magna Cut be good for the channel? Yeah, I think so. I honestly think it would be good. I just don't think I would have the time I would put into using it and doing it. I would have to take away from other things, and I'm not really, interested in that. I want it. I want Magna Cut. I just don't want it on a mule unless it has a handle and a sheath and things like that. Oh. Microtech SOCOM Bravo. Anyone at all? You're looking for one, or you're wanting to sell one? He's gonna say he didn't get your email. The old I didn't get your email. That's not true. If you sent me your email, I get it and I will answer you. Unless if it goes into my junk mail, then I can't. I don't check my junk mail. But Instagram me. That's the best way to get a hold of me is Instagram. But no, I won't do that. NYC, EUC. I answer everybody. Okay? Everybody. Sometimes it might take me a day or two, but I answer everybody. You just got to give me time to get to it. I usually try to check all my emails and Instagram at least once to twice a day. There are some days, though, where it's not possible for me to check it all. And in that case, it's the next day. But usually on a regular schedule, I check it once to twice a day. The PPY. The Kaiser PPY. Damn it. I just got the lead. Didn't get anything. Try that. Is there PPY? I'm not getting anything. Getting the sheepdog. I don't know. I'm not getting anything. This is what I got. Is this Let's Trip Jared on proper pronunciation? I haven't sold anything yet. Is the SOCOM Bravo the China-made Microtech? Yeah, what are they calling the new SOCOM? Is that the Bravo? I didn't know. I don't know what the name is either. Think you're funny, Breeze? Worcestershire. Worcestershire. I also tagged you on Instagram with a picture of it. All right, let's check it out. You tagged me or? Also, addicted to that. I'll check it out. Let's see. I should be doing this on. Is it the Lynn Thompson thing? Is that what you're talking about? What the hell? I don't know. I'll have to check it out later. I don't want to mess up this feed and me just be looking shit up. If you send it to my private messages right now, I'll pull it up. I see the Lynn Thompson thing, but that's nobody can pronounce. Made by Reich. It's the SOCOM Bravo. So okay, so that one is the Reich made SOCOM. The SOCOM. Do you guys know when that'll be out? I don't know when that'll be out. I got a SOCOM Elite, the American one, but I am interested in seeing how well they're gonna do the SOCOM. I do have a feeling they're gonna do a pretty damn good job. Reich does a good job on stuff. I haven't tried a lot of Reichs, but I've tried one in particular that was really good. It was really good. Surprisingly good for the money. So, and they do a lot of integrals. They do some good work. Not Rake, by the way, or React. Reich. There's so many of those that sound so similar. All right, now we're just being funny, ain't we? What time is it? Damn, it's already that late. Shit. All right, we'll go about 10 more minutes. Just I want to sit here all fucking night, but we're gonna go about 10 more minutes, 10, 15 more minutes or something. 93 people in here. I could sit here all day talking shit. I do have a bunch more topics to talk about, but getting into them, man, one of them's a pretty long one, so I'll just save it for the live on Friday. Because I think it's a pretty interesting subject, and I'm hoping I can break it down because that is kind of tough. Trying to break down things that take explaining to a point to where people can understand them and breaking them down in a layman's terms to where somebody who doesn't grasp it and doesn't understand the terminology can understand exactly what you're trying to say. They can build the picture in their head, and being able to build a picture in somebody's head is very important. And that's what I'm going to try to do. The cogent. What about the cogent? I got the cogent right here. Ooh, listen to that sound. I wonder if the micarta one sounds like this. I sent you a link on Instagram. All right. Oh, no, I haven't seen this. What the hell is that? I like it. I like it. It looks cool. It's got the this one has, I can't tell if that's the micarta or I think that's two forms of micarta. We have the red micarta and the gray micarta. Yeah, it has to be. They have that carbon fiber that kind of looks like that, but that's the micarta. Thumb stud deployment, 154 cm. Very cool. I like that it has that the big cutout that they do. Somebody's gonna complain. Listen, if I had that knife, I would get 100 comments saying, "How many beg lighters are they gonna do?" Oh man, because what's the cogent? The cogent is the new button lock Civivi. It's a button lock, so you just push the button and it drops, and it's on bearings. Very, very smooth, but it has a flipper. Perfect detent. It's available. I don't if there's any left, but very snappy. The detent is for the plunge lock or button lock. It's very snappy, very easy to deploy. Dogfight story. I don't know how friendly those are for YouTube. To be honest, I don't know how friendly those are for YouTube. You may get it in February is the only problem. If you're getting it from China, you definitely probably won't get it till February. Okay, I should have mentioned that a while ago. Listen, guys, anything you guys buy right now, make sure the date says that you're going to get it before January 1st. If you don't get it, if it's not shipped out by January 1st, like shipping is different, right? If it's already shipped out, then you're good. But if it's not shipped out by January 1st out of China, then you're not going to get it till February or March. The reason why is it's the Chinese holiday. The Chinese holiday lasts over a month, and they will not let anything out of their country. You're not going to get anything from them. They will stop everything for their monthly holiday. So just know that. If you're going to order a Tucson, do it now and make sure, because they ship out in 6 days. That's the way it goes. If you order a Tucson from Amazon or from eBay, they ship out in 6 to 10 days. So you have time right now. But if you wait until a week before the New Year's, you're fucked. I'm telling you that right now. You will not see it for a couple months. It happens every year. So just so everybody knows that. And where the hell is this ding, ding, ding? It's not popping up on this side. Hang on. Hang on. There it is. Sent you and your wife a gift. Don't hold out on her. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I won't hold out on her. I got one saved. Huh? What? I actually got a gift right here for you. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen it. It's a Civivi. What up, tattoo Tommy? Better have some cool tattoos.
Thank you.
How far? Here, this.
Todd.
There he is, right there.
Todd's here.
Yeah. How far along
Todd,
did you
thought
get
of me.
reviewing the fixed blades?
I need a connect.
Not at all yet.
Is this one of your new ones?
Yeah. Not at all yet.
This thing is.
I'm a little bit, just not a lot.
That was hard to open. Like
got a strong
it was,
detent.
yeah, it was like.
It's got a strong detent. Yeah.
The snake.
I already cut it, but I didn't open it though because I seen the note.
I thought I was cutting a seal. I'm so
I cut the
excited.
seal.
I was so excited to
Well,
do
maybe
that
you cut
part.
the other side.
I really like this. I'm gonna carry it.
Okay.
I want to put a lanyard on it. It looks like
No. We're not
we
putting
never
away-
put lanyards on
I
things.
know.
Doesn't that one look like it wants one?
No.
It's like put it in my hole.
Maybe a frag one
Put
though.
something in
If
my
it's
hole.
one, it's got to be a frag lanyard.
A frag lanyard.
Frag, yeah, because it's a
Frag.
frag knife. She's talking about this knife,
How do you
guys.
do a frag lanyard?
Well, like a frag bead, a bead with frag pattern.
Oh, okay.
All right, Todd. She's opening it up.
I've fucking seen this knife before.
I don't even know what knife it is yet. I'm trying to get down.
Flip her.
Hold on. What is it? Let me see. Let me see.
It's my gift.
I know. I want to see it. She's hiding it from me. See what happens when she gets gifts? When I get gifts, it goes to her. When she gets gifts, I don't get to see it. Come on. Fuck her up. Oh, we have one of these.
We do?
I do.
I don't.
No, you don't.
I mean,
now
I
you
do
do.
now.
Now you do. This is
This
the
thing is-
Imperium.
Whoa.
Yeah, you better watch out. This is a good knife. A
Okay,
really
you
good
flicked
knife.
it 3 times. I flicked it twice. It's not fair.
Okay, go ahead.
We have
It
our
is yours.
rules when we
It is
open
yours.
knives. Like
It
we
is
have
yours.
to do even flicks. Guy get 2, he gets 2.
It is a great knife though.
Yeah, this
Nitro
thing is
V.
dope.
Yep. And what color are you gonna dye it? Because
I
I actually
know.
have some other scales I
The
need to
second
dye.
I saw that, I was like,
Well, I'm thinking about doing
I want to do it navy blue. I feel like you don't see navy blue knives that much.
well, you do, but
No, tell me one navy blue knife you have right now.
that I have.
Yeah, if they're so common, give me a navy blue right now. Navy blue.
All right, got me. I'm thinking. I think I got one though.
Oh, they're so common. You should have a bunch.
I
Look
think
how
I
many
do
knives
have
you
one.
have.
I think I do have one.
Thank
Anyways,
you, Todd. That
yeah,
was very
thank you,
nice.
Todd. That's
I'm
awesome.
gonna dye it navy blue.
I was thinking about doing on the knife that I'm gonna dye. I'm thinking about doing purple.
What's this?
I was thinking about doing purple.
What is this? Is this yours?
Yep.
Sun cut?
Mm-hmm.
This thing is fat. Oh, it doesn't. I bet you hate this.
I'll let you know. I
Do
don't.
you hate
When I
this
get
lock
it.
bar access?
Yes, I do.
'Cause
I appreciate it though. We got another gift coming that I'm supposed to share with you. We'll
I
see how that. We'll
heard.
see how that
You're not
goes.
supposed to hold out on
We'll
me.
see how that goes.
No, he gives me everything people give me, and I very much appreciate it. And I
Whoa.
can actually carry this knife because I have been doing a new form of carrying knives where I've just gotten rid of the idea of a pocket altogether. Because every time I say knives are too big for my pockets, people are always like, well, just use your purse. I don't carry my purse every second of the day, so that's unhelpful. But I got a fanny pack. And that damn fanny pack, man.
She's a fanny pack carrier
These
now,
fanny
guys.
packs came back in style for some reason. Have you noticed that?
That's what people that wear them say.
No, they really have. Look around. You're gonna start seeing it
That's-
everywhere. It's so
that-
weird.
That's what people that carry them say. That's
They
how they.
have.
That's how they talk themselves into
I
carrying
mean, I
it.
carry it for work, but like I can put any knife in there.
Everybody who
saying?
says, "Are you wearing a fanny pack?" They say, "Yeah, it's back in style."
It is. They sell them everywhere. They haven't sold fanny packs places except for like Walmart in like 20 years, and now all of a sudden they're back everywhere. I'm
Man, this
telling
thing's
you.
fucked up.
Even my employee website for Starbucks is selling them.
Really?
That's where I got it.
Yeah, because they want you carrying them. There.
Well, anyway, you
Right
can
now.
put- it literally is just a knife pocket. That's all I use it for. So it's great because I no longer have to worry about pocket size.
Well, I got one of those down.
Yeah, fanny packs probably have been in LA for at least a decade. Yeah, but they took a little what, your prison purse? Don't do nut jobs on me either. Write your name on it with magic marker.
What's so funny? Meow. I created a monster. I am trying to get my husband a replica Norwegian something for his Christmas present. That's awesome. Hell yeah. I don't know what that is, but
What?
sounds great. I don't know.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah. The Spyderco Matriarch 2 is a scary knife. I'd rather get shot than
Hey, baby.
what? They're raked across the face. What?
I'm taking some time off in early February.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
To play a video game.
I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are.
That's
Yeah,
too
I said that before. When I think it was with
it's Thor's hammer. That's called.
oh, that is cool. That is very cool.
Todd said he didn't send the knife. LOL. What?
Is he good?
Scared now. Who sent it?
Fancy will take credit for that's hilarious. None Fancy will take credit for the fanny packs coming back. What was I just about to say? Oh yeah, about getting raked across the face or stabbed or whatever with certain knives. I was talking about with Knife Junkie when he was on. I brought that up. I said, like when you think about being shanked, stabbed, whatever, and you think about being shot.
Think about it because people just think about that all the time.
Let me finish. Yes. Most people, when you ask them, would you rather be stabbed or shot? Most people say shot.
Yeah.
Like, which, you think is kind of weird because it in most cases, it'll probably be more devastating. Most, not all. It also depends on the knife, the blade, where you're getting stabbed, etc. But just the thought is so much more devastating than being shot, because being shot is so fast. Being stabbed, you think about, I guess like the timing of how long it's going to go in, where they're going to get you, the close quarter, and
There's a famous story about a guy using his Spyderco Manix 2 against an attacker in a hospital. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
I bet you there's a story for everything. I met my hubby
specifically because it's his Manix. That's cool.
I met my hubby back a couple of years ago at a Rammstein concert.
Before COVID.
Damn it! Before COVID, when I visited my grandparents a few years back. Nice. Congrats to you guys. Sounds like he's got a good one. If you're getting him a Thor's hammer. There's a famous story about a guy. Oh, that's the one you just read. That's awesome. I think that's a badass story to me.
Well, I'm going to take my new knife. I have to work at 5 a.m. tomorrow, so I'm going to let you guys go.
I'm going to be out of here in like 10 minutes.
You got to set your alarm to make sure I get up.
All right. I'll wake you up. I'll wake you up.
All righty. Bye, guys. Thank you, Todd.
Yes, thank you, Todd. Well, Blade Forum's famous story guy showed the what? The affidavit? Okay. I say neither. Don't want to be stabbed. Don't want no shootings. Don't want none of that crap. I just want cocoa and a comfortable chair. Yeah, but the thing is if you had to take one, like if it was one of those scenarios where it's like, listen, you're like stuck in a situation where it's like, I can either stab you or I can shoot you. Which one are you going to take? All right. Most people take the shooting just because it's quicker, it's faster. A lot of times, depending on the bullet, it's going to be in and out. With a stabbing, man, I don't know. Depending on, like, I guess it depends, right? Because, like, I could pull out the Espada and you're gonna fucking say you're gonna shoot me, but I could pull out like a shotgun but if you're talking about like a pistol versus a little knife, then yeah, you'll probably say shank me. So it just depends. I'd take a 22 through the calf. Well, I guess through the calf wouldn't be as bad, but if you just say in the leg, that's you had a good chance of dying getting shot in the leg because you got arteries in there, but yeah, in the calf maybe not so much, but still, even then, you still have a chance because you got arteries in there too. It's just depending on where. But yeah, I mean 22 probably wouldn't be too bad depending on where it's at. They used to call that the hitman round. They were prevented from performing at one time. Yes, shoot me over being shanked any day of the week. Yeah, I mean, especially with certain blades, certain things. I think like a prison shank, maybe not so bad, especially if it's just one time. But when you're talking about one of these knives, that's my first question. What caliper? Right. That's the first question. Like, let's get some details going here. How big of is a blade? What kind of knife? What caliber? And what kind of gun? Shoulder is better. There you go. Take one in the shoulder. Finger. I knew someone. Actually, he just got out of prison. Actually, my friend. I've told a story about him a couple times, but he blew off his thumb with a 40, a Glock. I think it was a Glock. Anyways, it was a 40, and his friend had the gun, and he's like handing it over to him or something like that. Something like that. Anyways, it went off and it blew his thumb. Hit him right square in the thumb and blew his thumb inside out. Ooh, it was nasty. It was so nasty. Sure don't want to be stabbed by a shank that has been in a prison. For sure. For sure. I just meant like, the smaller shanks. Little razors and shit. 750 Nitro Express. All you'd see is pink mist. Red Wolf EDC got shot in the ass cheek. Yeah, I've known a lot of people who've been shot. I got shot in the eye, just not with a bullet. With a cannon. Up real good though. Tell you what, I was wishing I got shot by a bullet when it happened. How about your old man's buddy, Gal Buddhist, about blew his whole fucking hand off with a pipe. Yeah, he's told me all kinds of fucking stories, with shit. Like, this crazy shit that happens, man. Fucking, just like a couple weeks ago, man, somebody threw a half stick of dynamite. I think it was a half stick. It might have been a 3/4 or full stick. But anyways, they threw a stick of dynamite. I thought it was a lit cigarette. And they blew it up, and it felt like felt like somebody smacked me in the face with glass. Like literally, like my face just felt like somebody just literally just blew glass into my face. Oh, I know what they are. I know what they are, for sure. Blew my hand off as he's texting you with both hands. My old man, he shot my karate teacher when I was well, it was probably before I was a kid, but shot him in the leg, and then he was my karate teacher later. Ramstein isn't banned, but isn't banned like the Scotch group. Runrig does not subscribe nor sign an agreement with the RIAA. Many times renews for music concerts in the U.S. Huh. Most shanks in the yard come from the prison wallet, except for the ones buried out there. Well, yeah, they have to. They have to. They have no choice. If that's how they're gonna move it from place to place, for sure. They don't have a choice. But yeah, a lot of times they sit out in the yard. All right, my shit's going dead. All right, we'll go 2 more minutes. Keister it. Yeah, keister it. That's why they're so small. That's why they're usually so small. But then again, though, man, I knew this one dude. He talked about like big ass shanks. They were taking plexiglass. They were taking plexiglass. Check this out. It's already coming in handy. They were taking plexiglass and making shanks out of those. But what they were doing was instead of keystring them, they were hiding them in places. So they would just put them in places that didn't get checked that often and didn't have a chance of being found. Then when they knew things were going to go down, they knew that their shank was only so many yards away, feet away, or whatever, and they could get to them quick. That almost feels like a T10 pivot. Pivot started coming loose. I'm probably gonna have to Loctite it. There we go. But yeah, man, fucking crazy life, man. Fucking living up in the prison life. My like I said, my friend just got out. I haven't seen him yet or anything. I wonder if I should even see him. Like I thought about it. Because when he went in, last time I seen him, we were locked up together. And good friends out on the streets. Like he stayed with me. Fucking we've done a lot of shit together. I've told stories on here about him. I told stories about the time when he had to ditch his car because he was in a cop chase, and he had to ditch his car, and he called me like, hey man, I need your help, and he said, I need to, like, I had to ditch my car. I'm running through the woods right now. I'm not too far from your house. I need a spot to chill or whatever. It's like they're after me or whatever. So obviously, I don't know if it's obvious, but I told him, my door was open. I said, just go in. And he went in, and they got the dogs out. They got helicopters. They had fucking everything. And so he was worried about them heat censoring him. And I told him to fucking hug my fridge. I said, because, appliances give off the same shit. So I said, just hang on to my fridge. Hang on to my fridge. He hung onto my fridge for like an hour, 4 hours or some shit because of the heat sensors from the choppers. Anyways, but yeah, he ditched the car and ghost rode it. What he did was he turned the corner, running from the cops, and jumped out and ghost drove his car. So he ran into the woods while his car ghost rode. So they chased the car until it crashed, and then realized he wasn't in there. Now they were chasing him on foot, but he had a head start, and he made it to my house and shit. And I hit him for the next 6 hours, 8 hours, or whatever until like the coast was clear. But and then he called it in stolen or some shit. But anyways, last time I seen him though, we were locked up together, and I haven't seen him since then. And now he's out, and it'd be cool to see him, but I don't live that lifestyle no more. So I don't know how healthy it would be. I don't think it'd be a good thing. Not saying it'd be a bad thing or anything, but most likely he's still in that lifestyle. I don't know, maybe not, but most likely he is, almost guaranteed. So not too many people get out of that type of lifestyle. So I don't know if I should. I probably won't just because of that reason. I wouldn't mind seeing him, but I just know I'm a different person, so I don't know how it would go. But yeah, I better get out of here. My thing's about to die, and I don't want to take off without telling you guys. So I love you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you for all the donations. Thank you to all the Patreon members. You guys are awesome. Thank you to all the moderators. Thank you to my cousin Breeze. He always shows up, unless he's on the road. Thank you to everybody. Thank you, Todd, for everything. Thank you for the gifts. I love you guys. Average Joe, thank you, brother. One last bell for you guys. I appreciate everything you guys do for me. I appreciate everything you guys do for the channel. I appreciate you guys clicking on my links. I appreciate you guys using my links and clicking on the ads and watching my videos. And when you guys see the thumbnail, clicking on that son of a bitch. I appreciate it all. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. Peace.